Ooh, hello. Peanut butter and jealous. Alan White. Nolan Ryan autograph numbered to 10. Damn! Holy shit. Hockey mushrooms legends. Junk wax! Nasty. Woo! Congratulations, Alan White. I am honored to even hold it in my hot little mitts. Damn! Check that out, Alan White. You win, brother. That is third on print to 10. See if we can't find you a true one of one. I think you're going to be a very, very happy camper here, my brother.
Oh, my God!
Paul Skeens, one of one, rookie. Congratulations there, my brother. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Brian Street. There you go, gaming grandfather. Congratulations, buddy. I got to admit, I am peanut butter and jealous. That is incredible. Anytime you have something that says one of one on it, and Paul Skeens is on it too, that's a good one. Congratulations again there, Ray. I'm honored to even hold it in my hot little mitts. All right. And remember, folks, this is where we found that one of one Drake May last night. Let's see what we can't find for you. Good luck. Oh, wow. How about a dual autograph relic numbered to 50? Gary Sheffield and Doc Gooden. Really? A couple of legends of the game right there in the autograph relic numbered to 50. The hits just keep coming in these boxes. Wow. Amazing. Congratulations, my man. That is magnificent. 46 out of 50 on the dock and the Mr. Sheffield. You're adorable. Shout out to the nanny, Ms. Fran Drescher. A couple of nice autographs, too. Beautiful. Our very first numbered card, and my dear friends, we have some Morning Wood.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
All right. I'll see myself out. Oh, my Lanta.
Oh, my God!
Check that out. First on print to 5. Damn. Goodness gracious. Congratulations to the Nationals. And that is Mikey 2, Mikey Koba. Brother. Congratulations, buddy. First on print to 5. Whew. Schmo, you're exactly right. Thank you, buddy. Goodness gracious. Congratulations, Mikey 2. Damn. Spencer Jones on the Optic Preview. Peanut butter and jealous. General Cody Custer. My fellow Austinite. How about my twin brother? The Bird Murderer. Mr. Randy Johnson. Autograph. And that is penultimate on print, 48 out of 49.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Yes way. Yes way. That's amazing. Uploading that one up. I know in Mikey Green. Mr. Devin Clark, welcome back, you legend. Top of the morning to you. Mr. Nesius, good morning, Rob. Would you just look at it? 48 out of 49 on the Bird Murderer. Congratulations, Cody Custer. Beautiful.
Oh, my
the GOAT before Tom Brady, Mr. Joe Montana. And that is second on print to 9. Congratulations, Rob Richardson. And that is a really good-looking autograph, too. If that was for my PC, I might be grading that one, buddy. That is sweet. Did I speak it into existence or what? Hell yeah!
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Oh my God!
Congratulations, Derek Williams. Howdy ho there, Malik neighbors. On the kaboom. Holy shiitake mushrooms. Junk wax. Nasty. I know, Brian Smith. I'm with you, brother. The first thing that went through my mind. Oh, wow.
Oh my God!
Holy shiitake mushrooms. Congratulations to Bethany on the gold C.J. Stroud rookie autograph. Woo! That is magnificent. And it's nicely centered, too. Congratulations, Bethany. You win. So, family, in the chat, let me know whether you would like to have the Malik Neighbors Kaboom or the C.J. Stroud rookie autograph number to 50. If you had a pew-pew to your head, which one would you choose? Jesus Made. Holy crapola!
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Oh my God!
Bro. That is one of the hottest prospects of 2025, my good man. Damn. Congratulations, Jim. That's a nice one, brother. Not numbered, but beautiful. Mr. Ryan Bruns, you lucky ducky. I am so peanut butter and jealous right now, my man. Wow. Oh my gosh. Goodness gracious. My dear friends, my family. Oh my Lanta. Gerangelo Synth J. My PC numbered to 99 on the relic autograph. Congratulations, Ryan Bruns. You win, brother. Damn. Oh, would you just look at it? Oh, that is sick. Mr. Ryan Bruns, you should hang on to that forever. And if you don't, I'll let you send it to me. Oh, we only have 2 in here. Holy crapola. Number to 5 on the Golden Graphs, Max Muncy for the Trolley Dodgers and Dave Piccirilli. This one goes to you, my man. And then you go and totally redeem yourself. Would you just look at it? 2 out of 5 on the Golden Autograph. Congratulations, Mr. Piccirilli. No error on this one, my man. This one is yours. There you go, David. It is, again, my friend, I sincerely appreciate you being a good sport. Thank you. I love it, Mikey the Mad Hatter. My brother from another mother. Thank you for being here with us this morning, Mikey. Congratulations, Mr. Piccirilli. Second on print to 5 on the Golden Autograph. Segue? That's a nice segue to your first autograph. How about Mike Fisher with the inscription? That's pretty cool. Shout out to the Hammer, Mr. Jeff Hansen, and Rob Richardson, our resident Predators fanatics. Your second autograph here, good sir. And that one is not numbered. Brand new 55-point top loader for you there, brother. The Queen Goblin. That's weird. They got Mrs. Junk Wax on a card.
Man, these things suck. I can barely see my Bo Jackson Pro Vision.
We should have bought our top loaders from Junk Wax Vintage.
Yeah, we suck. Let's go climb a tree.
Well, good morning, my dear friends. How we doing? Damn good to see you on this terrific Tuesday. Sorry about that moment of silence over here on the Twitch. For some reason, our music didn't come through. That is super weird. Good morning, my legends. We're a little robotic this morning. Uh-oh. How about that? Is that a little bit better? Good morning, legends. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. Mr. McGarrigle, good morning. Excuse me. Good morning, Mr. Piccirilli. How is my fellow Texan on this terrific Tuesday? That is correct, Jeffro. I know it. I know it. It was a tough night for yours truly last night. We were so close. We were so close. But hey, congratulations to the Toronto Blue Jays. They played a hell of a game. They played a hell of a series, for that matter. And you know what? It could be worse, my dear friends. They took it in 7, right? It was one of the most exciting series in all of baseball, in my humble opinion. So you got to think about what you do have instead of what you don't have. And my Mariners played their asses off. So nothing but respect for my Seattle Mariners, and hopefully we can get back there again next year. So I'll share with you folks. I was looking last night during the game. It is astonishing to me that we even made it that far, if I'm being honest with you. Julio Rodriguez, my Julio, and the big dumper can't carry the whole team on their backs, gosh dang it. That's kind of looks like what they were trying to do. No shade thrown at the rest of the Seattle Mariners, but if you look at the stats, some guys are up there 0-12, 0-11. Ugh. Ouch, kabibbles. But my Julio and the big dumper played their rears off, pun intended, and it was a great series. So, congratulations to the Toronto Blue Jays, and it's going to be a heck of a World Series. But I am sorry, Toronto Blue Jay fans. I'm rooting for the Dodgers in this one. So I'll be wearing my Dodgers hat. Shout out to Mr. Mikey Baith. I agree, Garage Goose. Thank you so much. Good morning, Dave Clark. Good morning, Gabby. Good morning, Dan the Man. Good morning, Jesse Hockey 88. How we doing, buddy? OG Frosty. I am pulling for the Dodgers. Yes, sir. I am back of house. Good morning. He says, Mariners definitely got a bright future. If they can continue to build that roster, it'll be great to see. You are spot on, my friend. Could not agree more. All right, legends. As always, if it is your very first time tuning into this ugly mug, it is wonderful to have you this morning. My name is Dalen, also known as Junk Wax Vintage. You can find me here almost every single day, starting your morning right with that juicy junk wax, some marvelous modern cards, a healthy dose of camaraderie, and always Just a couple laughs. Typically at my expense. Good morning to the Todd Father. How you doing, buddy? Thank you so much, Jesse Hockey. I appreciate the kind words there, my dude. Oh, you know it, Mr. Peaks. I'm actually waiting on some spicy wool to right now. Mrs. Junkwax is going to bring me up some. I am out in my fridge down here. Uh-oh. Good morning, Mr. Drew Jones. Excuse me. That is correct, Dutchie. Correct. There you go, Mikey Koba. I like it. And good morning, DC. You bet 1,000 on the Blue Jays last night. Hey, I'm glad you won, my man. That's amazing. And thank you so much for the 5 beautiful gifted subs to start this terrific Tuesday the right way. I appreciate you, Dave Clark 5. Okie dokie. You know what we must do. Like I said, folks, I'm waiting on my first spicy Walter of the morning. Shout out to Mrs. Junkwax. She should be up here in a couple of minutes. But let's bust into our very first pack of Juicy. Juicy Junkwax. Uh-oh. Folks, we're out of Juicy Junkwax. Oh, my Lanta. I did not see that one coming. But that's okay. We had our buddy Christian that sent us a pack. It is not Juicy Junkwax, but we're just going to go ahead and start with a gifted pack this morning. This is 2022-2023 MVP Hockey. Mr. Jesse Hockey says, and I'm sorry, I got to... Thank you, Jesse Hockey. I appreciate that, buddy. All right, we have Alexis is on fire, Lafreniere. And you know what? Let's flip on some music here real quick. Oh, by the way, legends, if you were not there on Saturday night, goodness gracious. You missed out on that one, folks. We had an absolutely incredible first eBay live show. Truly. It was astonishing how amazing that first eBay live show was, by the way. So we will be there again on this coming Saturday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you want to join us over there on eBay, we would love to have you. All right, we start off with Alexis is on fire, Lafreniere. Zach Wierenski for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Shout out to my buddy Chuck and Midwest Cards. Ooh, we have some Ovi on the silver script. Nice. Speaking of eBay, you might see that one over there. How about Jack Hughes on the Ice Battles? Shout out to Melody, her PC. Oh, wow. The Jack so nice, we got him twice. Little double the Hughes this morning. And double the Jacks. We got a couple of Jack Hughes and a Jack Campbell. Excellent. There you go, Bree Imus. Good morning to our favorite Imus in the evening. Shout out to you and Bree B, or you and Lolo, excuse me. And Jeffro, my brother. Buddy. Understatement. So I'll share with you, folks, I will always be transparent. I assumed that maybe we would see 20 to 30 people at the most. Well, we about tripled that. So at times we were close to 100 people in the chat over there on eBay. We went through hundreds of items. And I'll tell you what, folks, we didn't even get close to going through everything that I have for eBay Live. So we still have a whole bunch of stuff that is going to be auctioned off on this coming Saturday night. Yesy Hockey, that is correct. Love my Seattle Kraken. The Electric Boogaloo. Good morning, my man, and thank you for beating that screen like it owes you back child support money. Good to see you this morning. Happy Tuesday. And Gabby, I love you so much right back. Thank you, Invader Zim. Good morning, Alex. That is a magnificent way to start our morning. Scott says, Mr. Junks, how you been, buddy? I am very well, Scott. How are you doing this morning, my man? How was your weekend? Okie dokie. I love it. Thank you, Bree B. I feel the same way. And ladies and gentlemen, you absolutely magnificent human beings have started this terrific Tuesday the right way with an absolutely incredible As always, you legends, if we take this hype train to a hype train level 6, we get to give away a juicy Junkwax Vintage Hitbox this morning. Threaten me with a good time. That would be awesome. And legends, we're already at hype train level 3, 4%. I would love to give away a Junkwax Vintage Hitbox this morning. That would be fantastic. And shout out to Mr. Dutchie, my favorite JVD, and we're not talking about Jean-Claude Van Damme. Smacking that resub button for the 6th month. I appreciate that so much, Dutchie. Time flies when you're hanging out with your best friends, gosh dang it. And Bree Imus smacking us with half a showstopper. Thank you, Bree B. Excellent way to start our morning. Good morning, Victor Lopez. How you doing, buddy? Prairie Dog, thank you for smacking that follow button. Welcome to the crew. Nice to have you. Okie dokie, legends. So we do have a full break this morning. It is a Panini Contenders ×2. So I think we need to bust into that one. Mr. Piccirilli says, I forgot I have to go get my hair cut and car washed at 10. If you get to my score of treats after the football break, go ahead and rip them. I appreciate that, Mr. Piccirilli. And you know what, Mr. Piccirilli? Because you got to go, you want to just go ahead and rip them right now, buddy? You want to start the morning with some score of treat football so I don't miss you? I am sure they're okay with that, Mr. Piccirilli. I'm sure we can bust into these and then bust into the break. Everybody cool with that? Let's do it. Let's put that pack number 4 to the side for you, buddy. And good luck, Mr. Piccirilli, starting our Tuesday the right way. I see you onward. Good morning, my man. A giggity. Scott, thank you for sharing out my live, you big sweetie. I appreciate that, my friend. I hope we all had an absolutely wonderful weekend. So I cannot stress enough, folks, how absolutely incredible our very first eBay Live show was. Although we took away a couple of points that we're going to improve. I think I'm going to make my camera just a little bit smaller, so there's more room for the cards up there on the screen. We're going to put the breaks up a little bit differently. A lot of you know, if you were over there on eBay on Saturday night, I had to manually adjust all the bid times item by item. That was a little bit of a bummer, but we will fix that moving forward, so it'll all be set to 10 seconds instead of 30 seconds. Good morning, Mr. Linusson. How is our Swedish chef this morning? Joey Krug, good morning, brother. Oh, it went exceedingly well, my brother. I am absolutely astonished at how well it went, if I'm being honest. So we will absolutely be there Saturday again, because we're running that one back. And folks, like I said, we didn't even go through half of the stuff that I have for eBay Live, so we still have a long way to go. Angry Breaker over here on TikTok says, what's going on? How'd you sleep last night after the Mariners lost? I love the positivity this morning, my man. Thank you. I slept very well because my Mariners played well, especially Julio and the big dumper. The other ones, I think they have some improvement to do, but Julio and Cal Raleigh played very, very well. Almost took the entire team on their back to the World Series. So I slept very well. I appreciate you asking, my man. All right. We have a Tyler Boyd for those Titans. Good morning. Greg Dortch for the Cardinals. Kyle McCord. Shout out to McCord Air Force Base. Jalen Polk for the Pats. Shout out to Cody Simons. Denzel Ward. Tuimalolo for the Colts. And Legends, we are at Hype Train level 3 with about a minute left to go. I agree, Mr. Piccirilli, you are correct. That's right, Onward. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Joey Krug. Oh, thank you for sharing or thinking of me last night, my man. I appreciate that. How about old Dave Casper for the Raiders? And Jason Russell, my Canadian cousin, smacking that resub button for the 10th month. I appreciate you, Jason. Thank you, brother. Austin Eckler. Derek Harmon. Malachi Corley for the Jets. Shout out to Melody. How about Bo Nix and the throwback Horsies uniforms? Nice one. Travion Henderson. EJ Speed for the Colts. Jervon Dexter Sr. for the Bears. Harold Fannin, some Fannin tax, as my kids would say. Nick Bolton, Michael's cousin, thrice removed. Donovan McNabb for Uncle Smitty's Eagles. Yay. Landon Jackson for Melody's Bills. Kyler Murray, shout out to Mr. Esposito. Another Bill, shout out to Melody one more time. And Tyleek Williams for the Lions. Last but not least. There you go. Double D, good morning, my man. Whit, good morning, Maddie. Great to see you. Good morning, Victor Lopez. Thank you for the warm welcome. It is great to see you this morning, my friend. El Guapo. All right, Legends. One last pack for Mr. Piccirilli. And folks, that was an absolutely valiant effort this morning. We made it about halfway to that Hype Train level 6. Thank you, Bree Imus, so much. I appreciate you, my friend, and I appreciate each and every one of you that donated to that Hype Train this morning. Thank you so damn much. That is a terrific way to start our Tuesday. Good morning, Jeff Sack. Good morning, Brian Cheney over there on the YouTube. Excellent to see you, buddy. All right, Mr. Piccirilli, last pack magic. Angry Breaker, I'm going Dodgers. I'm rooting for the Dodgers, so you'll see me start wearing a Dodgers hat here pretty quick. All right, we got a little Drake May to go with that Bo Nix. Outstanding. Mr. Lenoir and Pat Bryant for the Horsies. Finishing off those packs for you, Mr. Piccirilli. There you go, my brother. It is absolutely my pleasure, and I am excited to meet you this coming weekend, Mr. Piccirilli. So fun fact, folks, Mr. Piccirilli is going to be in studio here this weekend. Excited for it. He will be the third junker in history to be here in the studio. That's going to be fun. Double D, would I take 7,500 for my Griffey Jr. auto? Yes. Yes, I would. If you want to hit me behind the scenes, my man, please do. All right, folks. Allow me just a moment. Give me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, if you would. Matt, good morning. Nice to see you this morning, my dude. Mr. Ward, good morning. Sounds wonderful, Double D. I appreciate that. Rashid, thank you for beating that screen like it owes you back child support money, my brother. Good to see you, buddy. All right. Allow me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. I'm going to see what Mrs. Junkwax is doing. I need some spicy water. And then we're going to bust into our first break of the morning. Allow me 2 shakes. All right. So much better. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okie dokie. That's so much better. I appreciate it. Good morning, Drew Jones. There we go. I appreciate you, Mr. Piccirilli. Thank you again, David. It's Danny. Good morning, Senor Rendon. Excellent to see my Colorado cousin this morning. How are you, buddy? Ah, beautiful. All right, legends. Let's break, shall we? So to start our week, we have a little mega box break. 2023 contenders and 2024 contenders. See if we can find some juicy autographs this morning. But first, you know what we must do. We got to randomize this little bad boy. See who gets what. Shout out to Rachel for snagging us this handy dandy little dice tray. Rashid Ward, thank you for the beautiful TikTok gifts this morning, my good man. I appreciate you. How about lucky number 7? Ooh, good guess, Jeffro. You were so close. Lucky number 11. Shout out to Josh Hartnett. There you go. 5 and 2. Okie dokie. Let me line up a little randomization here. We got some baseball teams in here this morning. May I please have a copy of the list of all NFL teams with no spaces? Thank you. Mr. Danny Rendon has a 7-stream streak this morning. That is awesome to see. Thank you, Danny, my Colorado cousin. That is correct, Dutchie. You were so close. He was. So close. And you too. All right. There we go. All right, my dear friends, 7 times. I appreciate that, brothers. Thank you. For some reason, every time I flip over to this screen, it mutes the audio. That is super weird, but I just have to unmute it manually. We got her fixed. All right, legends, as always, I will give you just a couple of minutes to trade your teams if you would like. There is never any obligation, though. Thank you to my TikTokers for bearing with us for just a couple of minutes while we trade some teams. That's right there, Grandpa Brucey. Good morning, legend. Good morning, Invader Zim. It is excellent to see you this morning. Alex, how you doing, big man? David Whitty from Alabama, top of the morning to you, buddy. Another OG of the family gracing us with his presence this morning. Good to see you, David. Big hugs and firm handshakes all around, gentlemen. I know, Invader Zim. I know it, buddy. That was a hard one, right? A giggity. That was a rough one. It was a rough one. Oh, Grandpa Brucey, I am peanut butter and jealous, my man. You're in my home state of Washington. Oh, I miss it so much. Good morning, Mrs. Junkwax. Mrs. Junkwax gracing us with her presence this morning. It is wonderful to see you over here, my dear. Danny Rendon, beautiful. I'm a happy man, and I'm glad you are as well. All right, folks, it does not look like we have any trading happening over here on the Twitch side. So we're going to give this about another 30 seconds, and I'm going to go ahead and fill them in. Excuse me. Oh, I'm so sorry, Grandpa Brucey. I thought you meant Tacoma, Washington. Tacoma, right here in Austin, Texas. Gotcha, brother. So believe it or not, Grandpa Brucey, I am still very close to that. So you're probably just a couple of miles away from me there, buddy. And we got to have you to the new studio, my dude. So let me know when you have some time there, Grandpa Brucey. Unfortunately, there's not a wonderful place to park the truck here, though, like there was at the last place. It was a little more accommodating. I love you, Mrs. Jokewax. Fernine Janbier. What a game last night. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. We were so close to our very first World Series ever, gosh dang it. But I'm hoping for next year. Hoping for next year. That's all we can do. Ah, roger that, Alex. Yeah, that was a tough one. It was a tough one. I was watching it with Mrs. Junkwax last night, and I was just about in tears. It was a rough one. Oh, there you go, Grandpa Brucey. Beautiful. I like where your head's at there, buddy. All right, legends. I do not see any trading, so we're going to go ahead and flip this back around and get them locked in. Let's go. Thank you for bearing with me for just a moment while I lock in some teams here, and then we're going to get to ripping. All right, Feliciano, mi hermano, taking Da Bears. Brent Wells, spot number 2, the Eagles. Shout out to my wonderful Wells brothers. Alan White, spot number 3, them boys. Shout out to Alex Wayne, our resident Cowboys fan in the family. Jimmy Nuge, my fellow Spokenite, Minnesota. Mr. McGarrigle, Sean, taking the Dirty Birdie Ravens. Good morning, Mad Thoughts. Great to see you back, buddy. You stress ate a whole pizza? I don't blame you. Don't blame you whatsoever. I have been there, and so has Mrs. Junkwax. She says. It is totally worth it. You're right, babe. Derek Isley, number 6, the Raiders. Shout out to the Isley brothers. Brent Wells, spot number 7, the Patriots. What was that, my love? Okay. Sounds good, my love. Awesome. All right, next goes to Keegan Schmitz. Spot number 8, the Bengals. Some WKRP. Derek Isley, spot number 9, the Browns. Shout out to Yessie Hockey. And Mr. Tim Hudson. Alan White, spot number 10, 40 Whiners. Shout out to Mr. Rob Richardson, the family pharmacist. Holden Guthrie, spot number 11, the Lions. Thank you, Holden. Mr. McGarrigle, number 12, the Colts. Keegan Schmitz, spot number 13, the Houston Texans. Tim Hudson, my favorite Axeman, taking the Panthers in spot number 14. Alan White, 15 and 16, Cardinals and Falcons. Couple of birdies. Mr. Alan White, spot number 17, the New Orleans Saints. Shout out to Jimmy Nuge. Keegan Schmitz, spot number 18, the Jaguars. Alan White, spot number 19, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Keegan Schmitz, spot number 20, the Chiefs. Tim Hudson, number 21, the Bills. Shout out to Miss Melody. Mr. McGarrigle, number 22, the Bucks. Danny Rendon, spot number 23, the Horsies. Shout out to the Cunico clan, our resident bodacious Broncos brothers. Jimmy Nuge, spot number 24, the Jets. Jimmy and the Jets. Ray Wells, spots number 25 and 26, Dolphins and Chargers. Holden Guthrie, spot number 27, the Packers. Melly P, 28 and 29, her Gigantes of football and the Rams. I love that she got one of her teams organically. Ryan Bruns, spot number 30, my Seattle Seahawks. Ray Wells, 31 and 32, the Commanders and the Titans, finishing us off. All right, there you go, legends. If you would do me a solid, take a gander at that list. If it looks accurate and appropriate, may I please have a hell yeah in the chat. Alan White says, can't stay long, but give the Saints to Jimmy Nuge. Alan, you are making my morning over here, my brother. I cannot thank you enough. That is extremely sweet of you, and I'm happy to facilitate that. You betcha. So number 17, going to Jimmy Nuge. Just another reason, my dear friends, why I say almost every day that we have the best group of Gem Mint 10 human beings in the entire card hobby. Thank you again, Alan White. And I hope you have a wonderful morning, buddy, if you got a roll. Thank you so much to my fellow Austinite. You are absolutely right, brother. Correct. We got a bright future. Mr. Shoemaker, I am well this morning. How are you? Rashid, that is my pooch back there, squeezing the squeaky toy. Gotta love the pooch. Yep, Lucy loves the squeaky toys. All right, just what the doctor ordered this morning. Mr. Jimmy Nuge has his New Orleans Saints. Thank you again, Alan White. All right, legends, I think we're solid. I see you, Tom. I see you, Joey. Absolutely right. Go Blue Jays. Mr. Invader Zim, Alex, I love you so much right back, you absolute legend. Thank you for the beautiful TikTok gifts this morning. All right, homies, let's do it. Thank you, Danny. Good morning, the best kid. Good to see you back. All righty. Let's go chronological order, shall we? We'll go 2023 first. We will end with 2024. For the very first time on this absolutely terrific Tuesday morning from right here in Austin, Texas, you know what we must do. We shout, grippeth. And we shout, rippeth. Good luck. That is correct, Brad Shoemaker. Yep. I am a Seattle fan all around, my friend. Yep. I was born and raised in the state of Washington, so I love anything Seattle. There you go, Victor Lopez, but we're switching to the Dodgers for the World Series. Correct. All right. Empty box there, my friends. Pack number 4 to the side because it is tradición. Thank you so much, Mr. Perez. I appreciate that. Love the positivity, buddy. So as always, legends, if it is your very first time rolling in here this morning, it is awesome to have you. My name is Dalen, also known as Junk Wax Vintage, and I love starting your morning the right way with that juicy Junk Wax, some marvelous modern cards, a healthy dose of camaraderie, and always just a couple laughs. So if you are new here this morning, my friends, feel free to smack that follow button if you haven't already, because we do this almost every day. All right, starting out with some Hutchinson, Daniel Jones, Claypool, one half of the brothers Bosa, Dotson, Dalton Schultz, Matthew Stafford on a red foil parallel for the Rams. Mr. Shoemaker says, how long have you been collecting? I started when I was 7 and I'm now 43. So it's been a few days. How about you there, Brad Shoemaker? We have a Kyler Murray color match on the red foil. Good morning to the Henshins. How we doing, E? Good morning to my glorious Gayton. Hello, Ruthie. Good morning, Tuna. What's up, dude? Great to see you over here, buddy. And we are live, my man. It is wonderful to see you this morning, Tuna. Thank you for following us over here from the eBay, my brother. Great to see you this morning. Making my morning. All right, we have an Olican on the gold foil parallel. Back-to-back gold foil parallels with Tyreek Hill for the Dolphins. Gotcha, Brad. Well, hey, that's long enough, my man. How about Jordan Love? Base, Jalen Hurts, Hubbard, Tua, Durake London, Olican. We have a rookie Stallions, Jordan Addison for Minnesota. Red foil, Kyler Murray, color match for the Cardinals on the draft class. Nice. We have a little Morning Chubb for the Browns. Jay Jetta, Kyle Hamilton for the Dirty Birdies, Harrison Butker, shout out to Mikey1. Good morning, Ruthie. We have a Geno Smith for my Seattle Sea Chickens. So, ladies and gentlemen, can I ask you to do me a solid this morning? Can we hit 420 Tuna's genetics with that warm junk wax vintage welcome? It is wonderful to have him over here, folks. So he actually found us on eBay on Saturday night. Thank you for your participation there, Tuna. Love to have you in the family, buddy. Russell Wilson. I know, Jonathan. I know it was tough, right? Rashid. I am not live on eBay now. No. We are not live on eBay now, my man. But we will be live again on Saturday night. And thank you for the warm welcome to Tuna. I appreciate that, Rashid. We have a Michael Pittman Jr. for the Colts on the red foil. TJ Watt on the red foil for the Steelers. McCaffrey on the gold for the 40 Whiners. Kyle Pitts on the gold for the Dirty Birdie Falcons. CMC Christian McCaffrey, shout out to Drewser. Micah Parsons for Dem Boys. Stevenson, Josh Jacobs. Derrick Henry. Jair Alexander. We have a double Eagles. Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith. And Schoonmaker, shout out to Mr. Shoemaker, on the draft class for them Cowboys. Nice. Excellent round number 1. And I love the warm welcome over here, folks. I see it on the Twitch side. Thank you so much. And Tuna, it is great to have you over here, buddy. Big hugs and firm handshakes to you, brother. Let me snag myself a little sippy here, folks. Some of that tuna. That sounds a little dirty.
Giggity, giggity.
Let's see if we can't find some 40 Whiners in here, Tuna. You got it. Good morning, Jeremy Campbell. Excellent to see you, buddy. How was my favorite dad bod on this terrific Tuesday? Oh, you know it, Jeremy Campbell. Some of that spicy water. All right, we start with a Michael Thomas for the Saints. Shout out to Jimmy Nuge. I see you, Justin McGinnis, right? That would be amazing. What was that, my love? I think I pulled all of them. Give me just a moment. I pulled them all the way up to David Piccirilli's order number 20,584. Thank you, my love. Miles Sanders for North Kakalaki. Little Derwin for the Chargers. Aw, Tuna. You are making my morning, my brother. Thank you so damn much, and it is excellent to have you over here, buddy. Thank you again, my dude. Little Brian Robinson Jr. Can he pick it? Yes, he can. Myles Garrett. Gesicki on the red for the Patriots. Stephon Diggs on the red for the Bills. Micah Parsons on the gold foil for Dem Boys. Etienne Jr. on the gold foil for the Jags. Hassan Reddick. Joey B. Jalen Dalen Waddles. Good morning, Jeremy Campbell. I appreciate the warm welcome this morning, my man. He says, good morning, Dalen and CEO Amanda. I agree. Anytime I get to look over and see this and then look down and see cards, I'm a very happy man. Desmond Ritter. Shaquille Leonard. Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy. Ooh. The name's Dalton. Kincaid. Rest in peace to Patrick Swayze. We have a Dalton Kincaid on the rookie ticket swatch for the Bills, and that goes to Tim Hudson. Congratulations, Tim. Draft class Billy Sims, legend for the Lions. Maker Bayfield. Amon-Ra. Kayvon Thibodeau. DJ Moore. Justin Sherbert. Howell. DeAndre Hopkins on a red foil for the Titans. Red foil Christian Watson for the Packers. Tua on the gold foil for the Dolphins. One half of the pickers, George Pickens for the Steelers on the gold. Jonathan Taylor, Thomas. CeeDee Lamb for them boys. Mac Jones for the Patriots. Shout out to Cody Simons. Josh Allen for Melody's Bills. Travis Swift. Mrs. Junkwax's PC. Excellent. Chris Godwin for the Bucks. Max Duggan and Kenny McIntosh. So that one's going to go to the Chargers because he is on the top of the card, and that's a base card. And then last but not least, you got a little AR-15, also known as Anthony Richardson, for the Colts. And that goes to Sean McGarrigle. Congratulations, Sean. All right, let me sleeve up a relic here real quick, folks. So we're going to get through this first break of the morning, and then we're going to get into a family Q, and we have a juicy family Q this morning. Thank you to Ray Wells for putting on a movie for us this morning. Trevor Taylor, Thomas, my Norwegian brother, Derek Isley, and Mikey Kobaugh. All right, all right. Last base pack magic out of box number 1. That sounds like a wonderful morning over there, Tuna. Gotta love some spam. I have some down in my cupboard right now. Excuse me. All right, John Mechie III, Najee Harris, Kirk Kissing Cousins, Lambjack, Nick Bolton, Tyler Drop, Pop, and Lockett. Gotta love it. How about a Devontae Smith? Shout out to Uncle Smitty and the Eagles on the red foil. Jamar Chase on the red foil for WKRP. Derake London for the Falcons on the gold. Elementary, my dear, Deshaun Watson on the gold. Mr. Jared Goff, Saquon Gnarls Barkley, Jaquan Brisker, Aaron Donald, Butta Baker, Levis, and Dorian Thompson, rookie for the Browns on the rookie ticket swatch. And you have a draft class T-Law finishing off our base packs. Excellent. Let me sleeve up our other rookie ticket swatch. And folks, I think we might have an autograph in that pack number 4. We will find out in just a moment. All right, let's get into second box. After I snag myself a little sippy. Good morning, legends. It is excellent to see you over here on TikTok this morning. How are we? Same to you over here on the Twitch. Big hugs and firm handshakes all around, my dear friends. Happy Tuesday morning. So much better. Invader Zim, you have absolutely blown me up with beautiful TikTok gifts over here, buddy. I cannot thank you enough, Alex. J-Man, you and I both, buddy. You and I both. That was a doozy. But hey, we got so close. Much closer than I thought we would, if I'm being honest. All right, good luck, my dear friends. Box number 2. Empty box number 2. Pack number 4 to the side because it is a family tradition. And good luck. Tejano, buenos días. Y bienvenidos a familia. Lo siento en advance porque mi español es basura. Porque soy muy gringo. Es verdad. Good morning, Solomon Salvador. I know, my man. Well, congratulations to those Toronto Blue Jays. They played a hell of a series, and excited to see how they do against those amazing Trolley Dodgers. Good morning, Sean. Great to see you this morning, my brother. Jeremy Campbell says, has Dalen had his Reds burritos yet? I have not. Not yet, anyway. All right, we have a Jay Jetta on the season ticket for Minnesota. Is that Kenneth Steinke? Good morning there, Stein, my guy. We have a Dijon Bijan, Etienne Hoonier, Brock Purdy, Patrick Surtain, Mr. Derek Carr for Jimmy Nuge, Bryce Young for North Kakalaki, James Cook, Lambjack, and that is a gold parallel for the Ravens. Beautiful. How about a draft class? Cardinals and Falcons, but that one's going to go to the Cardinals because they are on the left of a base card. That's a fun one. We have a draft class BTJ. Cortland Sutton for the Horsies. Good morning, Kenneth Steinke. Great to see you, my man. Big hugs and firm handshakes to you, Kenny. Josie Jewell. There you go, Dave Clark. I like it. I like it. It's kind of coincidental that they were both formed in 1977, right? The Seattle Mariners and the Toronto Blue Jays. But the Toronto Blue Jays have won 2 World Series, been there now 5 times, I think, and my Seattle Mariners have never been there, ever. In my humble opinion and in my If my memory serves me correctly, I think they're the only baseball team that has never been to the World Series, ever. So yeah, that was a big one last night, gosh dang it. But we got so close. And hopefully we will be back next year and it will be a little bit better. All right, Devontae Adams for the Jets, Will Levis from Kentucky. Jordan Love for the Packers. We have a Dalen Hurts for the Eagles. Shout out to Uncle Smitty. I love the warm welcome. Thank you, Jeremy Campbell. Jamar Chase. Karloftis. Baker Mayfield. Aiden Hutchinson. Shout out to Bree B. Brees Hall for the Jets. DJ Moore. Puka. We auctioned off a 1-of-1 Puka on eBay over the weekend. That was fun. Bobby Wagner, former Legion of Boom member. George Kittle. And that is a color match for the 40 Whiners on the red foil. Shout out to Tuna. And Alan White has those 49ers this morning. Oh, there it is. Josh Newton for the WKRP and Cincinnati Bengals. And folks, I believe that is a first break magic for Mr. Keegan Schmitz. Congratulations, Keegan. If you're here this morning, my friend, I believe this is the first autograph that we have pulled together. Thank you, Mr. Steinke. I appreciate that, brother. Although our season is over as well. Because we lost last night by 1. That was a tough one. We led for almost the entire game. And then they came back in the last 2 innings. It was a heartbreaker. All right, we have a Rattler to the Saints. We have a Rome Odunze, former University of Washington Husky, going to the Bears. Tyreek Hill. Kyler Murray. Zaire Franklin. George Kittle, so nice. You got him twice. Little Chris Olave for Jimmy Nuge. Dalton Kincaid for the Bills. And Mustache Minshew. Go Cougs. Shout out to my Washington State University Cougars. And former Coug, Gardner Minshew. There you go, Andrew. I like it. Jason Saltzgiver. Good morning, my man. Oh, that is a beautiful thing. Thank you, Jason, with an E. I see a Chris Alexu. Good morning, my man. All right, legends. That is our first half of box number 2. I love it, Jeffro. Thank you, Mikey Koba. Thank you, Dutchie. Sean says, what was that last top loader you put in? This one? For the Bengals? Is that what you're asking for there, Sean? Gotcha, Ken Steinke. Yep. Our season is over. It was one of the biggest games of the year. Just happened last night. Thank you, Sean. I agree, Jason Saltzgiver. Good morning, Clay Sobel. Excellent to see you, Clayster. How you doing, big man? My national brother. Damn good to see you, you handsome son of a gun. Hope you and the family are doing well. All right, legends. Anthony Richardson for the Colts. And unfortunately, these have a little ding down here. So I want to show that so everybody knows we did not do that. Looks like it got shot with a BB gun right on the bottom. Kind of tough to see it, but it's got a big old divot. Thanks, Panini. And a few of these do, unfortunately. All 5 of these. Pat Freiermuth for the Steelers. Ramondre Stevenson for the Patriots. Derrick Henry, Ravens. Patty Mahomes for the Chiefs. Ouch Kabibbles. And DK Metcalf for our Seattle Seahawks. And they finish off all the divots. Sorry about that, folks. Luckily, they're just base cards. Not the end of the world. Oh, Clay Sobel, I am peanut butter and jealous, my man. That is so amazing. One of these days, before my time is up here on this planet, I would love to make it to Easter Island. That would be amazing, my man. You know it. Good morning, Joshua. You're on vacation in the DR. Well, that's amazing, man. I hope you have a great time there, Joshua. It is wonderful to see you this morning, my brother. That's right, Alex Wayne. A little bit Panini'd on that one. Thanks, Panini. Amon-Ra. Olave on the red foil for the Saints going to Jimmy Nuge. Ooh, we have a double relic. Colts and Vikings. Wow. Jimmy Nuge and Sean McGarrigle. So, boys, we're going to coin flip this one off. We have a draft class, Dem Boys, Emmitt Smith. Shout out to Alex Wayne. Ricky Pearsall for the 40 Whiners. Shout out to Tuna and Alan White this morning. Rashad White. Speaking of Whites, Christian Watson. Aaron. Joey B, Tua Tagovailoa. James Conner. Jonathan Taylor, Thomas. We have another divot. I don't know if you guys can see that right there at the bottom of the card. It literally looks like it got shot with a BB gun. It's like perfect BB size. Yikes. And it looks like 5 of them again. Austin Eckler. One half of the brothers Watt. Dak Prescott for them boys. And Harrison Smith for the Vikings. On the BB gun shots. Again, sorry about that, gentlemen and ladies. We have a Lamb Jack for the Dirty Birdies. Travis Swift. Mrs. Junkwax's PC for the Chiefs. That one goes to Keegan Schmitz. Kyler Murray on the red foil for the Cardinals. Ooh, she touched my Penix, Steve. How about for the Falcons going to Alan White, Michael Penix Jr. on the rookie ticket swatch. Former University of Washington Husky. Awesome. Rome Odunze, back-to-back Huskies on the draft class for the Bears. Mr. Andrew and Mr. Kenneth Steinke says, love your show. Have a fantastic day, all. You do the same, Ken. Great to see you this morning, my friend. Big hugs and firm handshakes to you, brother. Have a terrific Tuesday. I know you will. And Andrew says, do you follow the NBA? If not, would you if Seattle got a team again? Yes. I am P. Shell Cards. Welcome back, my friend. Long time no see. The answer is yes. If Seattle had a basketball team again, I would probably pay more attention to basketball. Yes. Michael Penix and Rome Odunze. We just pulled their cards back to back, and now we got them on a double card. Amazing. Thank you, card gods. That one goes to the Falcons. It's on top on a base card. Darake London. T-Law. Debo. Javonte Williams. Alvin Simon and Theodore Kamara. Justin Sherbert for the Chargers. And Tyjae Spears. Last but not least for the Titans. I hope so, Jeff Hansen. That would be amazing. And Sean, did we coin flip for that yet? No, my friend. No, we did not. We just pulled it. So I think you have been watching since the moment I pulled it, right? So my brother. But since you are here, and I don't think Jimmy Nuge is here, would you mind choosing heads or tails for me there, Sean? And we'll do it together. All right, legends. I love it, Alex Wade. Thank you. This is our last pack magic before we get into those pack number 4s. And we have some more BBs here. Gosh dang it. You guys can see the bottom of that card. It's got a BB mark right there at the top. Kenneth Walker III, Jared Goff, Daniel Jones, Adam Thielen, Josh Palmer. We're out of our BB shots. Thank you, card gods. Stephon Diggs. Russell Wilson, my PC, but only for the Seattle Seahawks. Myles Garrett. Zaire Franklin for the Colts on the game ticket red foil. Oh, nice. For the Commanders, going to Ray Wells, Jaden Daniels on the rookie Stallions. Red foil. That one goes to the Dolphins on the double. Jair Alexander. Saquon Gnarls Barkley, Amari Cooper, Dalen Waddles, Kirk Kissing, Cousins, Evan Ingram, and CMC Christian McCaffrey. Finishing that one off for our buddy Drewser, our resident CMC fan in the family. All right, legends. Mr. McGarrigle, are you here, my man? If so, would you choose heads or tails for me there, buddy? Ah, there he is. Heads. Beautiful. I got you, Sean. All right, folks. This is heads. Okay? This is tails. And Mr. McGarrigle chose heads. It is tails. I am so sorry, Sean. So that one's going to go to Jimmy Nuge. No, excuse me. I am so wrong. Nope, I am so right. I am so sorry. Jimmy Nuge gets that one because that is tails. Sorry, Sean. I'm sorry, brother. Rookie ticket swatch going to the Minnesota Vikings. Sorry about that, folks. We have a very excited pooch this morning. Lucy, chill. Hey, quit it. I love Lucy, but quit it. All right, all right. I do believe we have an autograph hiding in these last packs. I'm so sorry, Mr. McGarrigle. I know, brother. I know it. That's a tough one. Your day's coming, Sean. Your day's coming, buddy. There you go, Alex Wayne. That's right. Lucy, squirrel. All right, legends. 2 more packs. Good luck. Mikey Koba says you need to get a cat named Ricky. Like I Love Lucy. I like it. I like where your head's at. Ricky Babaloo. Shout out to Nick at Night. Good morning, Jaron. How you doing, buddy? We have a 1/2 of the brothers Bosa. Sutton. Derek Carr. Adam Thielen. OBJ. Patty Mahomes. Beautiful. That one does not have a BB mark in it. We have a Von Miller. Legend for the Bills on the red foil color match. Shout out to Miss Melody. How about Jimmy G for the Raiders on the red foil? Sam Hubbard on the gold for WKRP. CJ Stroud.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Gold parallel rookie for the Texans. That's a nice one. That goes to Keegan Schmitz. First break magic again for Keegan Schmitz this morning. Gonna go ahead and top load that one up just to be on the safe side. That's a nice one, buddy. Congratulations there, Keegan. I am laconic. Oh, yes, I did, my man. Sure did. Mikey Evans, and it's good to see you this morning, my friend. Welcome back. A.A. Ron Jones for the Packers. DeAndre Swift for Uncle Smitty's Eagles. Little Justin Fields for the Bears. Cooper Kupp from that red field of Eastern Washington University, now a Seattle Sea Chicken. James Conner. And there's our autograph there, folks. Jarek Bernard Converse for the Jets. And that goes to Jimmy Nuge. Congratulations to my Spokenite brother. He got himself a relic and an autograph this morning. And last but not least, folks, we ended the last one with an Anthony Richardson also. How hilarious and coincidental. Gotta love it. Thank you, card gods.
One down, one to go.
All right, my dear friends. Last pack magic out of our first break of the week. And then we're going to get into a juicy family queue. As always, my dear friends, I cannot thank you enough for sharing the morning with me. Good morning, Bryant. Excellent to see you there, Sarge. How you doing this morning, brother? Hope you had a great weekend. Jeff, the Pest Guy. Welcome back, my man. All right, we have a CD Lamb for Dem Boys. Shout out to Mr. Alex Wayne. Jacoby Brissett. Zay Flowers. Harrison Butker. Shout out to Mikey 1. Tyler Pop. Drop. And Lockett for my Seattle Sea Chickens. Jameer Gibbs, who had a hell of a weekend. Brian Burns. DeAndre Swift. Kyron Williams for the Rams. And that is a gold game day ticket. Rookie Stallions, Jalen Polk for the Patriots. Shout out to Mr. Cody Simons. And Mr. Timbo T. Wood. We have a Isaac of the Bruce and Marshall Falk. That goes to the Colts since it is on the left, and that's a base card. Kyron Williams for the Rams. Trey McBride. DeAndre Hopkins. CJ Stroud, so nice. We have seen him twice. AJ Brown. Nick Chubb. And A.A. Ron Jones. Last but not least for Minnesota. Beautiful. Aw, thank you, Jeff. Yeah, that was a tough one last night, my man. I know it. I know it. Alrighty. Let me sleeve up an autograph here real quick, folks. 2 autographs, 4 relics. Not too shabby. Excellent way to start our morning. You like that, brother? Nothing like a good dad joke in the morning, in my humble opinion. And Tuna, thank you again, my man, for smacking that follow button. It is so damn good to have you over here, buddy. Thank you sincerely for following us over here from eBay Live. So for you folks that are just rolling up in here this morning, if you were not able to join us on our very first eBay Live show, I do not mean this in any negative way at all, but you missed out, my friends. We had a tremendous first eBay Live show. It exceeded my expectations by a long shot. So I strongly believe we're going to make that a Saturday night thing. As long as we can keep that kind of traffic up. Anyway. So, you know, to be transparent, folks, we are a new seller over there on eBay, right? So they put us in what's called New Seller Spotlight. And because we had the most viewers at one time, they put us like towards the front. So when people go to the eBay Live page, our show shows up right on top. So I'm wondering if that's why we had that much traffic, or if it's because of each and every one of you. So we're going to find out the hard way over the next few weeks, and I'm excited to do so. Dutchy says, eBay was an epic time. My brother, I don't use that term often, but you are absolutely right. It was epic, indeed. Very, very excited for this coming Saturday. So like I said earlier, folks, I still have a heroic amount of stuff to go through. We didn't even get through half of what we have for eBay. All right, to finish off or to recap our very first break of the week, we have Dalton Kincaid for the Bills. That one goes to Tim Hudson. We have a Dorian Thompson and the Swiss Family going to the Browns, and that goes to Derek Isley. Our first autograph was a Josh Newton for WKRP. That one goes to Keegan Schmitz, little first break magic. Good morning, Go Dogs. Your ears must have been burning. I was giving some shout-outs to those University of Washington Huskies this morning. Taz says, do you do any radio work? I would love to, but I have not ever. Actually, I can't say that. Many, many years ago, I did record a commercial for radio. But it was a long time ago. So I would love to get in that a little bit more consistently. You know what I mean? We have CJ Stroud on the gold foil for the Texans. That is another one for Keegan Schmitz. Michael Penix. She touched my Penix, Steve. Shout out to Michael Keaton. That one goes to the Falcons, Mr. Alan White. This one goes to the Minnesota Vikings via coin flip. Thank you again, Sean McGarrigle. And that one goes to our buddy Jimmy Nuge and the Vikings. And last but not least, for the Jets, Jarek Bernard Converse. Rookie ticket autograph. And that one goes to Jimmy Nuge. There you go, my dear friends. Excellent way to start our morning. Invader Zim says 3 more spots for that 3 hobby break. My dude, if by some act of the universe we fill that one this morning, we will bust that one as well. Threaten me with a good time. All right, little spot of housekeeping. Good morning, Krabby Rob. How is my Prince Edward Island pal this morning? Always good to see our favorite single dad in the family. All right. Little spot of housekeeping. We good to go. Krabby Rob, we are well, my man. It was a very busy weekend over here in the JWV studios, but it was a good weekend. Aside from my Seattle Mariners pooping the bed a little bit last night. That was a tough one to watch. But like I said, I try to think about what I do have instead of what I don't have. And my Seattle Mariners played an absolutely outstanding season, right? Julio Rodriguez turned it on at the end of the season. Can't shake a stick at that. The big dumper. 63 home runs this year for a catcher. That is astonishing. That is correct, Mrs. Junkwax. So, folks, we have a big old shipment coming in today of 2025 Topps Baseball Holiday. Oh, it was just delivered. Beautiful. Even better. Oh, it was up to 65. Sorry about that, Alex Wayne. Yeah, 65, 2 in the postseason. I thought it was only 63, but I could be wrong. I am wrong often. And Grandpa Brucey, thank you for the TikTok gift this morning, you big sweetie. I appreciate you, Grandpa Brucey. Hope you're driving safe out there this morning. Taz says, next baseball season, you could maybe try live streaming you calling baseball games. You know, I would love to do that, Taz, but I think there's some copyright laws against that, unfortunately. I wish, but maybe. I love where your head's out there, Taz. Thank you, my man. I sincerely appreciate the compliment. That means more to me than you will ever know, my friend. Thank you. And I can't follow everybody, Taz, but I got you. Welcome to the family, brother. So, folks, as always, if it is your very first time tuning into these luscious locks, good morning and welcome to the family. If you are new here, keep in mind that we are live on 5 separate platforms right this second. So you can come over here and join the rest of the family on YouTube or Twitch or Kick or Facebook. You have options. And if you want to participate this morning, my friends, it is absolutely easy. All you have to do is head on over to junkwaxvintage.com. There's a whole bunch of stuff up there. And folks, there's a whole bunch of brand new stuff up there. If you folks, my OGs, if you remember last week, I told you on Friday that we were going to get a big old shipment, and then it didn't come in. Finally, it came in on Saturday. So we loaded all that into the shop. So there is a plethora, a cornucopia of new stuff up there. So feel free to go check out the website. What was that, my love? Oh, sounds good, babe. Hate to see you go. Love to watch you leave.
Giggity, giggity.
I'll see myself out. I love it, Grandpa Brucey. You're rocking my face off over there, my brother. Thank you as always. All right, legends. We got into our very first break of the morning. Senor Ruiz, gracias for smacking that follow button. Bienvenidos a familia. And Brian Smith, thank you for resubbing. I appreciate that, my good man. What is that now, Brian Smith? You have been here for a while, my brother. For some reason, it just didn't show it to me. That's super weird. Thanks, Twitch. But Brian Smith, I appreciate you so much, brother. Thank you, thank you. Johnny Mesco, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right, buddy. Good to see you, Johnny. All right, folks, let's get into our first family rips of the morning. Excuse me. Brian Smith, 13 months. That is absolutely amazing, my man, and I cannot thank you enough. Over a year. We're coming up on our second Junk Wax baby. Thank you again, Brian. Okie dokie. Let's see who's first here. Don't want to shortchange anybody. So our very first family rip is going to be Trevor Taylor. Bubba, my fellow Austinite, are you here this morning, my man? Krabby Rob Benoit says, Dalen, you're becoming popular guy on eBay. Well, that's very kind of you to say. I'm shooting for that. That is the goal. But thank you, Krabby Rob. I appreciate you saying that, brother. And I sincerely appreciate you sharing out my live, my Canadian cousin, and one of the oest of OGs of the family. Thank you, Krabby Rob. Love you, buddy. Also, good morning. Absolutely right, Brian Smith. You know it, Danny Rendon. All right. Do we have a Trevor Taylor here with us this morning? Another shout out to Bubba, my fellow Austinite. DJP, good morning, my man. Well, gosh dang it. It does not look like we have a Trevor Taylor this morning, but I also don't want to miss him. So we're just going to go ahead and put that one off to the side, and hopefully we will see him by the end of the morning. If we do not, then we will go ahead and bust it a little bit later. Johnny Mesco says, I was in the eBay Live for a bit over the weekend. Did it go well overall? Yes. It went exceedingly well. We'll put it that way, my man. So we did have a couple takeaways, though, if I'm being completely transparent with you. So I'm going to make my camera a little bit smaller to open up a little bit more screen real estate, if that makes sense. I've also noticed that the bid box, the box that holds all the words for the bidding and stuff, that was kind of covering up the bottom of the cards just a little bit. I went back and watched the replay. So we're going to square that away. So we'll switch that up just a little bit. We're going to go back and adjust our template for the single card auctions, because if you remember, a lot of you would know that I had to go in and manually edit every single auction that we did because they all came up as 30 seconds and I had to edit them down to 10 seconds. So we're going to make the template so each one of them will automatically start at 10 seconds. So that'll help. So that is going to help things to move a little smoother, you know? So as a very first eBay live show, I am absolutely astonished at how well that went. Yeah. So we will absolutely be doing that again. And if we keep up that kind of traffic, folks, I truly believe that we might be headed for a consistent every Saturday night eBay. And then we just do this Tuesday through Friday, mornings and evenings. This will not change, of course, but I'm thinking about possibly permanently making Saturday nights eBay nights. What are your thoughts on that, folks? Mr. Frazier, good morning, my man. We got done about 1 a.m., if my memory serves me correctly. And Alex Wayne says pre-filled breaks. We could pre-fill them. Yep, that's another option. You're absolutely right. Invader Zim says, what was the peak viewer count on eBay Saturday? I saw 93 once, I believe. I think it was about that. You know, most of my OGs know I am really bad at paying attention to how many people are watching. I don't watch that on purpose because I don't want to know. You're going to get the same show whether there's 3 people or whether there's 3,000 people. You know what I mean? And that's very important to me. So I intentionally keep my eyes off of the viewer count, but I did see that up to close to 100. Yeah, we had a lot of people at one point. I think we did break 3 figures at one point, over 100 people in there. Krabby Rob says, yes, Saturday be great on eBay. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Aw, thank you, Invader Zim. Sincerely appreciate that, my good man. You know it. Hey, sounds good, DJP. We would love to have you over there, buddy. So, folks, if you have not followed us yet on eBay, there is a link on our link tree. So our link tree is attached to our TikTok profile and our Twitch profile. So all you have to do is go to my profile page. There should be a link tree link. Tap that little bad boy, and you'll see the very first button on our link tree is our eBay store. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Thank you so much, Jeffro. I appreciate that, brother. Ooh, Mikey Kobach says the 3-boxer is sold out. Outstanding. So we're going to get through some family rips, and then we're going to get into another break. Jason, Mr. Frazier, my fellow Austinite, shout out to Onion Creek. He says, what is the difference between eBay and whatnot? There's a lot of differences. So eBay is much, much, much bigger than Whatnot. Put it that way. That's the first difference. Number two, eBay is a little bit more, I don't want to use the term legitimate because Whatnot can be legit also, depending on what seller you're watching. But on Whatnot, I kind of think of Whatnot as like the flea market of sports cards, if that makes sense. Because almost anybody can start a Whatnot account and start going live and selling on Whatnot, right? And that's awesome. For people that are brand new to the hobby or people that are brand new to selling, I think Whatnot is a very awesome first place for them to land because it kind of gets you in the stream, you know what I mean? It gets you in the groove of selling things online and being live and putting your voice out there, etc. eBay is like a step up. So they do not allow everybody to go live on eBay Live. It is very, very difficult to have the privilege to go live on eBay Live, especially right now. Technically, eBay Live is in beta, so it's not even out yet. So they're not even really accepting new sellers. I just got very, very lucky because we have built a very good reputation over many, many years. So that is how I was able to go live over there. DJP. That is a realm that I can't really talk about, but I will tell you that that statement is not true, my friend. I will politely and lovingly push back on that one. Although I can't elaborate on that, but I will tell you that that's not true. It all depends on what your deal is with them. You know what I mean? So it's on a seller case-by-case basis. So everybody has different, there you go. You got a DJP. You know what I'm talking about, buddy. I appreciate you, Dennis. Thank you. All right, legends, we got to get back to ripping. Less talky, more rippy. Do we have Mr. Ray Wells in the house? And Ray is going to put on a little movie for us. That's exactly right, Jeffro. There is no 10-year-old selling on eBay. Correct. All right, legends. Mr. Wells, thank you as always for utilizing junkwaxvintage.com and let me rip these for you together, my friend. Good luck. So check this out, folks. 2023 Donruss Blaster. NBA Hoops Hanger. Back to 1991 Fleer Basketball. We're going Provisions hunting this morning. Twice. And we're going to start with some good old Topps Chrome Basketball. Good luck. Thank you again, Ray Wells. So Mikey Koba says that eBay is a little bit more structured. That is correct. That was the word I was looking for. Thank you, Mikey. All right, we have a Flash Gordon, Tristan Newton, Kyrie, Devin Booker on the blue basketball refractor for our Phoenix Suns. Shout out to Esposito. Colin Sexton for the Utah Jazz. Shout out to Johnny Utah. And Baylor Shireman, rookie for Baston. Last but not least. Fun first pack there for you, Ray. Let's go back to 1991. See if we can't find you some Provisions. Oh, by the way, legends, we are restocked with 1991 Fleer football. So for you folks that are chasing that Barry Sanders or the rest of the Provision set, we have got many, many boxes, my dear friends. We have got 1991 Fleer coming out of my ears. DJP says, a lot more structured, been selling on there for 15 years. Are you on eBay Live, DJP? Or are you just talking legacy eBay? Gotcha. So yeah, legacy eBay and eBay Live, believe it or not, my brother, is two completely separate things. And I had to learn that myself. I had no idea. So I thought eBay is eBay, right? It is not. So when you go live on eBay Live, they actually give you a whole separate store that is not attached to my normal eBay store, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. All right, we start off with D. Brown for the Boston Celtics on the Slam Dunk. Orlando Woolridge. Tony Campbell for Minnesota. Willie Anderson for San Antonio. Right down the road, Michael Williams. Muggsy Bogues for the Charlotte Hornets. Fun. Big Sam Perkins. Danny Ainge for Rip City. Shout out to my Portland pals. Lionel Simmons. Shout out to Colt Simmons. Ooh, nice. How about the Hick from French Lick? The Legend Larry with D. Brown co-starring. Willie Burton for Miami. Horny Hornacek, who wears short shorts. Shout out to Mel Brooks. Armin Gilliam with BJ Armstrong co-starring. There you go, Richard, my Pacific Northwest pal. It is wonderful to see you this morning, my good man. Hope you're having a good weekend and good Tuesday thus far. Mr. Johnny Battle for Atlanta. The Shermanator, Sherman Douglas. Rex Chapman. Pooh Richardson. You got Pooh Richardson and Muggsy Bogues. Shout out to the Short Kings. Clyde the Glide. Byron Scott. Marcus Liberty. Mr. Knight. Terry Cummings for San Antonio. There you go, Banana Pudding. You know it, brother. Tyrone Corbin for Minnesota. Billy Cartwright. Teddy Edwards on the slam dunk for Utah. Shout out to Brandon Franz. Terry Catledge. Purvis Ellison. And Craig Elo. Finishing that one off for you, buddy. Gosh dang it, Ray Wells. I'm so sorry we could not find a Provisions in there, my friend. But you got some sweet cards nonetheless. We are going to sleeve up that Legend Larry. When you find the bird, you sleeve the bird. And Legends, it's almost time to bust into a second spicy water in the morning. And good morning to Mr. Esposito. How you doing, Greg? How was your weekend, my fabulous Phoenix fan? Kareem. Got to stay hydrated, folks. How was your weekend, Mr. Esposito? That's right, JW. I know it, buddy. It was a tough game last night, my man. Mr. Blystad. Well, you learn something new every day, my friend. Absolutely. Shout out to Jerome, also known as Pooh Richardson. JW, thank you for smacking the follow, my man. Welcome to the family. Great to have you. All right, Mr. Ray Wells, this is your penultimate rip before we get into your 2023 Don Russ. And we start off with another Portland pal, Scoot Henderson. Herbert Jones, Klingon, Kuminga, Dadier. How about the Joker on the parallel for the Nuggies? Bronny James Jr. Jason Tatum, who, fun fact, my dear friends, was the very first card in the brand new Topps licensed basketball that's coming out. So the very first printed card is Jason Tatum. So there's a one of one out there that says first on print. And it was the very first paper card printed in the brand new Topps licensed basketball product. Fun fact. Matas Buzelis, who we also auctioned off over the weekend. That was fun. Ant-Man from Minnesota, the OG. Daniel Gafford, Conley. Desmond Bain for the Grizz. Trey Young. Bobby Portis and his head. Malachi Branham for right down the road in San Antonio. Alex Caruso with the headband. Jalen Dalen Green. What a cool card. Oh, buddy. Mr. Ray Wells in a hanger pack. Great significance. Cole Swider. Autograph. Not too shabby there, Mr. Wells. Gotta love it, brother. Shout out to Good Karma. How about Devin Carter on the Arriving Now? Hollow. Shout out to Miss Melody. Joel Embiid, also known as the Processor in Bo Jackson's Battle Arena. Ron Holland on the postcard. Little Luca on the Pure Players. And Devin Booker, last but not least, shout out to Mr. Esposito, our fabulous Phoenix fan in the family. And that is a chrome, for lack of a better term. Not too shabby on that pack, Mr. Ray Wells. Congratulations, buddy. I believe that is our very first autograph that we have pulled out of one of those hanger packs. On the stand he goes. DJP, thank you so much for sharing out my live. I sincerely appreciate that, my friend. Krabby Rob, that's right. Shout out to the Toronto Blue Jays. You're absolutely right. They haven't been to the World Series in a very long time, so I'm excited for them too. Okie dokie. Last box magic, Ray Wells. Good luck, brother. And next is going to be Tomas, our Norwegian brother. Thomas, are you here this morning, my man? Mr. Humphrey, good morning. Big hugs and firm handshakes all around, gentlemen. Hope you're having an absolutely terrific Tuesday morning. So, folks, if you are new here, let me share with you. Obviously, cards bring us together almost every single day, and I love them so much. But my mission here is a little bit above and beyond cards. So My goal on a daily basis is to start your day the right way with that daily dose of positivity, some sweet, sweet trading cards, always, but even more so, a healthy dose of camaraderie, and always many laughs. So if you are new here this morning, folks, and you like starting the morning like this, feel free to smack that follow button if you haven't already. And of course, folks, if you are not new to the family, if you have been here for a while, whenever you see a post, whenever you see a brand new video that goes up or any kind of content, I see a lot of you engaging on that content. And I appreciate that you all understand how social media works, right? So whenever you see a post, folks, I have noticed a huge uptick in engagement. So we've had this talk a couple of times. You know, I'm learning too, right? I never planned on any of this. So I'm still learning how social media works. So basically, whenever you see a post, folks, you want to engage with that post. And that costs you nothing, but it's a huge impact on our behalf. And what I mean by engagement is if you throw a like on it, and then you go in there and type a comment that's more than 5 words, like, hey, Dalen, this is awesome, exclamation point. I have seen a lot of that happening, and I know exactly why you're doing it. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you so, so much, my dear friends. It helps this channel immensely. Mr. Green, I am very well. How are you doing this morning, legend? All right, pack number 4 to the side. Let's go, Ray. Good luck. Mike, how are we this morning, my friend? How was the weekend? Thank you, Ray Wells, for dropping that extremely helpful link in the chat. Ooh, got a little Ken Griffey Jr. in here, Mr. Wells. Good morning, Leo. Absolutely right, Jeremy Campbell. All right, because we got mad hits like we was Rod Carew for Minnesota on the 1990 throwback. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Jason Hawkins. There we go. My brother from across the pond. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that, buddy. Jim Gilliam. Rafael Furcal. The strong Kentucky waterfall mustache combo of Dennis Eckersley for Dutchies Athletics. Excellent. Chief Myers. Francisco Alvarez for the Mets. Midnight and Colson Montgomery. J.R. Ritchie. And that is a purple hollow for the Braves. Shout out to Mr. Saltzgiver. Tony Oliva for Minnesota on the 1990 Purple Hollow throwback. Grayson Rodriguez on the Periwinkle Blue. It's a caravan for me ma. I hope somebody gets that reference. Mike, thank you for beating that screen like it owes you back child support money. How about old Willie McCovey on the Bomb Squad Rapture parallel? McCovey Cove. Jordan Walker, rated prospect. Shout out to Jeffro. You and I both Dutchie. How about my twin, the bird murderer, Mr. Randy Johnson on the Diamond Kings. Cam Collier. Tink Hence. Hence, he is Tink. Mazurowski. Yuri Perez. Bob Lemon. Drew Jones. Shout out to our buddy Drew Jones over here on Twitch. Alex Ramirez. Jimmy Rollins. Marcelo John Mayer. And that one is numbered to 2023 for Baston on the color match. Mr. Johnny Bench on the Purple Hollow for WKRP. There you go, Blystyle. That's right. Mr. Derek Dilly. It is so damn good to see you this morning, my brother. Big hugs and firm handshakes to another OG. Oh, my brother. I love it so damn much. 22 months. Derek Dilly, you are hitting me in the fields over here this morning. That is magnificent, my brother. Keep up the good work. And if I may ask, Derek Dilly, how much better is your life now that you have abstained from alcohol? Mr. Jordan Lawler on the Purple Hollow rated prospect for Arizona. Shout out to Mr. Esposito. The pencil stash of Rafael Palmiero on the Mr. 3000 Rapture parallel. Mr. Tom Seaver on the Diamond Kings. Ricky Tiedemann, Kyle Manzardo, and Ken Griffey Jr. finishing that one off in the Diamond Kings. Beautiful. There you go, Dutchie. That's right. Shout out to Jeremy Campbell over here. Good question, my man. Good question. All righty. Absolutely, Derek Daly. I love it so much, buddy. Well, hey, you already know, Derek Daly. I love me some sports cards. Of course. But there is one thing that I love seeing even more than that, my friend, and that is the disease of addiction getting its ass kicked. Keep up the good work, my brother. I know it's not easy. One day at a time gets it done, and I am indescribably proud of you, buddy. You have come a very long way. We have come a long way together, right? Big hugs, firm handshakes to you, my brother. Thank you so much for popping in here and delivering that amazing news. Making my morning over here, buddy. Hit me in the feels. Keep up the good work, Derek Dilly. We love you, brother. Aw, thank you, Derek J. Great to see you again. Our OGD. Hope you're having a wonderful morning, Mr. J. Okie dokie. How about a Lance Berkman? Somebody bang a trash can for those Astros. Thank you, DJP. Thank you, J. Ray. I appreciate the positivity, gentlemen. Thank you so damn much. And you're rocking my face off over there, Derek Dilly. All right, we have Mr. Eddie Murray for Uncle Moosey's Orioles. Brooks and the Swiss Family. Absolutely right, DJP. Correct. Gavin Williams. The Mustache, Mr. Jack Morris. Mr. Dave Clark says, I might be addicted to cards. Haha, you and I both, brother. Thank you so much, Jeremy Campbell. Nailed it. How about Nolan Ryan for the Angels? Shout out to the Nolan Express. Beautiful. Jordan Walker. Brooks Lee from Minnesota on the Periwinkle Blue. Dennis Dutton, good morning, my man. Excellent to see you. Richie Ashburn for those Fighting Phillies on the Purple Hollow. Mr. Eddie oh, you got a juicy one in here, my man. How about an Eddie Matthews on the Purple Hollow Diamond Kings for the Braves? And check this out. Locked and loaded. Rapture Parallel Ken Griffey Jr. Beautiful. Congratulations, Ray Wells. Sleeving that one up for you, buddy. Chef James Reinhart. I think she did, my dude. Was it a shirt? And thank you so much for sending that to Mrs. Junkwax. She loves it. We have an Ichiro on the reverse hollow for our Seattle Mariners. The Martian, Jason Dominguez on the rated prospect. Masataka Yoshida on the rated prospect. Shout out to the bodacious Bastonians. Dave Winfield on the Diamond Kings. Tamar Johnson for the Pirates. McCovey, so nice, we got him twice. Lee Smith. The Minnesotan legend, Mr. Harmon Killebrew. Zimmerman, shout out to Invader Zim, also known as Alex. James Reinhart. Outstanding, my man. Well, we sure did get it. I'll be transparent with you, my brother. She opened it because we didn't know who it was from. So we went ahead and opened it, and we're both like scratching our heads. And then she thought about it. She goes, oh, wait a second. I think this is what Chef James Reinhart sent. So I am so glad that she was hitting the nail on the head on that one, my man. And I cannot thank you enough for sending us those sweet, sweet card. This is the card that you sent, by the way. Thank you again, Chef James Reinhart. I happen to have it right here, good buddy. And then that beautiful Cubs shirt that you sent to Mrs. Junkwax. That is extremely sweet of you, my man. And I cannot thank you enough. She loves it. You know she loves those Cubbies. All right, we have Old Man Yastrzemski for Baston. Rafael for Calling the Star, parallel. No Sweat, Mr. Pine Tar himself, George Brett, on the Purple Hollow. Early Win on the Periwinkle Blue for the Clevelanders. Shout out to Yessie Hockey. Good morning, Uncle Smitty. Yay. Understood, James Reinhart. Well, I will try to commit that to memory, my man. Thank you for letting me know. Jacob Berry for the Marlins. I see you, Brody. My man. We have no shortage of people coming over to rub it in my face. I appreciate the positivity. Thank you, y'all. And you know what? If you had a live and the Mariners won, do you think I'd come over there and rub it in your face? Cheers. But I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Congratulations to the Toronto Blue Jays. We have Old Man Spawn on the Cooperstown on the Rapture Parallel. Mike Piazza on the Diamond Kings. Termar Johnson, so nice. We got him twice. You know it, Invader Zim. Thank you, brother. Mr. Drew Jones. Richie Ashburn, so nice. We have seen him twice as well. Tony Oliva. The legend, Mr. Sparky Anderson for those Motor City Kitties. Hold the Kobe Mayo. Jack Leiter. That is correct, Jeffro, right? Mr. Robin Yount for Milwaukee. They were just waiting. But you know what? I'll take it. I love it. Thank you. We have a number to 2023 Luscious Lamb Chops, Lou Brock. Shout out to Jeffro. Mr. Henry Davis on the Periwinkle Blue for the Pirates. McCovey Cove. So nice. We have seen him multiple times in this box on the Purple Hollow. Oh, how about a Purple Hollow rated prospect, Ellie De La Cruz? Beautiful. And good morning to our innovation lead here at JWV. Good morning, Mikey One. It is wonderful to see you this morning, my good man. Little Randy Johnson on the Rapture Dominators for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Yuri Perez, the legend, rest in peace to Mr. Kirby Puckett, who we also auctioned off over the weekend on eBay Live. Alex Ramirez, Brennan Davis, and Curtis Mead for the Tampa Bay Rays on the rated prospect. Excellent. We got a couple of sleevers here for you, Mr. Ray Wells. I see you, Mikey Koba. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, sir. Rach. Good morning, Rachel. Great to see you again. Thank you for gracing us with your presence, Rach Ghazi. All right, I sleeved up your Ellie and your Ken Griffey Jr. there, Mr. Wells.
One down, one to go.
Last pack magic. Let's do it. Lexi P, thank you for smacking that follow button. Brody, the Toronto Blue Jays fan over here. He says, what's your most valuable card? Good question, my friend. I have no idea what is most valuable because I don't really pay attention to that probably as much as I should. But my favorite card is that Ken Griffey Jr. that just spun around. That is a Ken Griffey Jr. on-card autograph in a BGS 10. Rashid says, how did Habib do on eBay? I lost signal in the mountains for that. It did very well. I think it sold for about 20 bucks, something like that. Rachel, thank you for sharing out my live, you big sweetie. Much appreciated, and it's wonderful to see you this morning on this terrific Tuesday. All right, last pack magic for you, Mr. Wells. Good luck, brother. And we start with the Pinstripes legend, Bernie Williams. C3PO, thank you so much, my brother. And that is exactly the right way to do that. Thank you, my man. I appreciate it so much. Good to see you, C3PO. And that is correct. Shout out to your Toronto Blue Jays. Mr. Young for Detroit. Burt Blyleven for Minnesota. The Martian, so nice. We have seen him twice. The Bird Murderer, so nice. We have seen him thrice. Shout out to the artist in the ambulance. Oh, I know it, Beach Fallen. I know it, brother. That was a tough one, right? Mr. Derek Dilly says, Dalen, how do the hoodies unisex sizes work? I'm about to snag one. So they tend to run just a little bit small, just a little bit. So if you would order a large, I would probably just size up to an XL. If you order a medium, I would size up to a large. But typically, they're pretty true to size. But just like a scotch on the small side. Thank you for asking, Derek Dilly, and I appreciate you checking out that merch shop, my brother. Thank you so damn much. And you're absolutely right, Beach Fallen. It reminds me of when the Seattle Seahawks were in the Super Bowl, and we chose to let Russell Wilson throw it instead of letting Marshawn Lynch just walk it into the end zone. Kind of reminds me of that. I was screaming at the screen. I'm like, why are you letting George Springer hit? Why? With his record, why are you letting him hit? They've walked Cal Raleigh like 8 times. And in my opinion, George Springer is a statistically better hitter than Cal Raleigh. And they're walking Cal Raleigh over and over and over and over again. Like, why are we letting George Springer hit? I am so with you. But like I said, my brother, nothing but love to the Toronto Blue Jays. Congratulations to them. And hopefully our Mariners will come back with a vengeance next year. I love it, Derek Dilly. My man. Oh, that is a beautiful thing, buddy. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you again, Derek Dilly. We love you, brother. Mr. Evan Cata, Dylan Lesko, Larry Walker, Hall of Fame legend on the Purple Hollow. Little color match. How about a Lee Smith? Shout out to those Cubbies. Shout out to Mr. Chef James Reinhardt. Mr. Armstrong says, hey, big guy, do you guys send out emails for shipments? Yes. So when you have an order on the way, you will get an email that gives you a tracking number. Correct, Mr. Armstrong. And we have stuff going out today and tomorrow. Larry Walker on the Periwinkle Blue. Unleashed, Henry Davis for the Pirates on the Rapture Parallel. Davison de los Santos, Michael Bush, Johnny Bench, and Juan Bin Cho finishing off that box. There you go, Ray Wells. A wonderful way to start our Tuesday morning, my brother. Thank you as always. Allow me just a housekeeping second here, folks. And again, Ray Wells, congratulations on an autograph out of a hanger pack this morning, my man. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, my friend, as always. I appreciate you, Ray. All right, let me snack myself a little sippy. Cheers, my friends. Broast. And thank you, Mr. Armstrong. We have got you covered, buddy. You have a doozy coming soon. Okie dokie. Do we have our Norwegian brother, Thomas Fredrickson? Are you here this morning, my friend? Shout out to Tomas. And Invader Zim, I love you so much right back, a legend. Mr. Yurchich, good morning, Daner. Great to see you again, my buddy. Big hugs and firm handshakes to you, Dane. Thank you for the beautiful TikTok gifts. I agree, DJP. Pretty cool, right? Even cooler that it came out of a hanger pack. Teflon Aaron, welcome back, my man. Good to see you, Aaron. Brian Smith, do they have Tim Hortons in Norway? That's a great question. And I don't think we have a Tomas Fredrickson this morning, so we're going to save these packs for him for later. Do we have one half of the Isley brothers? Derek. You and I both, Invader Zim. You and I both, buddy. There's one half of the Isley brothers. So D, putting on a little mini movie for us this morning. We have 2 1991 Fleer basketball packs and some 2022 Diamond Kings. We're going downtown hunting and provisions hunting. Good luck, D. Chef James Reinhart says the whole family has contributed through the 3 years to get to this incredible point to help one another out. You're absolutely right. Thank you, Chef James Reinhart. Spot on, buddy. Hey, Joe, welcome back, brother. Great to see you again. I am always well, my friend. I appreciate you asking. Pretty much. Whenever you see me here ripping packs with my best friends, you know it is a damn good day. Great to see you, Joe. How was your weekend, my dude? Oh, my Lanta? Folks, that is a first. We have never had a Provisions right on the front.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Outstanding. Congratulations, my man. David Robinson Provisions right off the jump. Congratulations, Derek. That is beautiful. Hey, Teflon Aaron, great to see you this morning, my man. DJP says, yeah, what's the odds of pulling an auto from a hanger pack? Pretty damn astronomical. You're spot on, buddy. Kobe Luna, buenos dias, hermanitos. We have a Ron Strickland, Don Nelson, Jerome Kersey for Rip City, Uncle Smitty, Husabes Way, clapping them Maurice Cheeks,
Giggity, giggity.
Stockton, the Spokane legend, a lot of dick, Mata, Travis Mays, Magic Johnson, Antoine Carr, Paul Westhead, shout out to Winning Time on HBO, Charles Oakley, John Paxson, Mark West, shout out to Mr. Esposito, Jim Lynam, Billy Cartwright, Teddy Edwards throwing it down for Utah, shout out to Brandonio, Terry Catledge for Orlando, Purvis Ellison, Marcus Liberty, Mr. Knight, Terry Cummings, Corbin, Chapman, Pooh Richardson, Clyde the Glide for Rip City, shout out to my Portland pals, Byron Scott, D. Brown for Baston with Michael Williams, and Rory Sparrow with KJ and those fabulous Phoenix Suns, finishing off those packs. Sleeving and top loading your Provisions. Heck of a first pull there for you, D. And it is the Admiral, Mr. David Robinson, the legend himself for right down the road in San Antonio. Shout out to my San Antonio hermanos, Uncle Smitty, Kyle Willard, Mr. Turnbaugh, Erich, all my San Antonio brethren.
One down, one to go.
Last pack magic, Derek Isley. And do we have Mikey Koba with us here this morning? He is going to possibly be our last family rip before we get into another break. Teflon Aaron, did I go to ACL either of the weekends? I did not. So unfortunately, I have never been to ACL, and I've lived here in Austin for 13 years. Fun fact. My son did, though. He had a blast. All right, we start off with the Miggy, Acuna Matata, Babe Ruth, Spokane's finest, Mr. Ryan Sandberg, Sammy Kershaw, Don Larson, Cody Belly, Carl Erskine. We have a Josiah Gray on the Diamond Kings rookie for the Nationals, Curtis Terry from Minnesota, Juan Emilian Yepez. We have a Houndstooth Rodolfo Castro, rookie for the Pirates. Always a Parte with Ketel Marte on the artist proof. Corbin Burnson on the Artist's Palette. Nikki Two Bags on the Aficionado. Mr. Johnny Bench for WKRP. Chris Bryant for the Gigantes. Ryan Velade for my Colorado Cousins on the Diamond Kings Rookie. Joan Adon for the Nationals on the Rookie Diamond Kings. And Domingo Acevedo on the Houndstooth Rookie for the Athletics. Shout out to Dutchie. Finishing that one off for you, buddy. Well, I am so sorry that we couldn't find you downtown in there, my brother, but you did find a sweet, sweet Provisions. So nothing to shake a stick at this morning, Mr. Isley. Thank you, as always, for utilizing JunkWaxVintage.com and let me rip these packs for you. I say it almost every single day, my friend. It is always fun to rip into packs, but in my humble opinion, it's just a little bit more fun to let me rip into those packs for you because we get to do it with 50 to 100 of our best friends. So thank you, as always, Derek Isley. You know I love ripping together, my man. It is always my pleasure. Thank you, D. All thanks go to you, buddy. Okie dokie. Do we have a Mikey Kobaugh here this morning? There's the man, the myth, the legend. Let's get into some 2022 Bowman Platinum. See if we can't find some Julio, maybe a Bobby Witt Jr. And oh, by the way, folks, that reminds me, we have a redemption reveal. And folks, over the weekend, we did not get 1 or 2. We got 3 back from Topps. So I am very, very excited to show you, my dear friends. Gotcha, AA Ron. Oh, that is so cool, buddy. Peanut butter and jealous of that one. So I do plan on going to ACL at some point when there's people that I would like to see. Like if Tool was headlining, yeah. Or Ben Harper, somebody like that. They're all a little new for me, if that makes sense. I look at the lineup and I'm like, I don't know, like 92% of those. You know what I mean? I'm kind of out of the loop when it comes to concerts. I feel old. Captain Pelzel, welcome, my friend. Nice to have you. Hello. Cheers. Salute to the captain. That's right, Mikey Kobaugh. So before we get into this box, Mikey Kobaugh, are you okay with me showing off a couple of redemptions? Let's do it. Do we have a Drew Reimer in the house this morning by chance? So a lot of you know, hey there, Bubba3. It is excellent to see you, Mr. Farwell. You're absolutely right, my brother. It is a absolutely terrific Tuesday. Now that you're here, buddy. Big hugs and firm handshakes to Bubba3. Thank you so much for your participation on Saturday night, my brother. I truly appreciate it, myself and Mrs. Junkwax. All right, does not look like we have a Drew Reimer in the house, but we are going to show this off anyway. So a lot of you remember when we did a UFC break just a short 20 days ago, and we pulled a Vitor Petrino Sapphire Orange Parallel for Drewzer. And it's gorgeous. Congratulations, Drew Reimer. That one is numbered 23 out of 25 on the rookie on-card autograph. Beautiful. Thank you, as always, Drew Reimer, for letting me redeem these for you. That will be in his next JWV package. Do we have a Ryan Bruins in the house? By chance. And a Nate the Great Hopker. Are either of these legends here this morning? Nate the Great and Ryan Bruins. Teflon AA Ron. JX. I know it, brother. That was tough, but I appreciate it. Thank you, buddy. Teflon AA Ron says, was going to put it on eBay, but now I'll let your rip decide if I sell it or rip myself. What are we talking about there, Teflon AA Ron? Jordan Smith. Good morning, Dalen. I'm sorry about you boys last night. I sure was pulling for them. Hey, me too, Jordan. I know that was a tough night, buddy, but hey, the Toronto Blue Jays played a wonderful series, and I hope that our Seattle Mariners will be back next year even better. Well, gosh dang it, we don't have a Ryan Bruins here this morning, but that's okay. A lot of you remember out of a WWE break, we had our Cactus Jack WWE. 10th on print to 25. That is a Shinsuke Nakamura from Cactus Jack WWE. Beautiful. Congratulations, Ryan Bruins. And again, thank you for letting me redeem it for you. And then, folks, how about a doozy?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of you will remember when we did a Topps Fire break and we found a scorching autographed gold parallel Bobby Witt Jr. Would you just look at it? That is absolutely beautiful, and I am peanut butter and jealous of that one. That is such a cool, cool card. Nate the Great Hopker. I hope that stays in your PC forever. And if you ever want to sell it, I hope you give us the first crack at it, buddy, because that is incredible. Scorching Signature, Jeffro. I was going to say, it looks very familiar, doesn't it? That is the second one of those redemptions that we have pulled. And that one is third on print to 10. That is a huge card. Congratulations again, Nate the Great Hopker, for letting me redeem those for you. So those will all be in your next JWV packages. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Koba. I appreciate that. Chef James Reinhart says it was tough getting to your Nolan. I packed it for protection. That is the Nolan right here that you're talking about, buddy. I appreciate that so much. That is one of the tribute reprints on those. Very, very cool. Love those. All righty, Mikey Koba. Thank you for your patience, my brother. And as always, my dear friends, I absolutely love redeeming those cards for you. So thank you for your trust. Thank you for letting me redeem those cards for you. Excited to get those in the next JWV package. Unless you want to send those off for grading, of course, because I can do that for you too. All right, Mikey Koba. Thank you again for your patience, my guy. Good luck. That's right, DJP. You sure did. Derek Dilly says, at least you guys aren't Vikings fans. Stressful up here. I can imagine. Shout out to the Minnesota Vikings. I hope so, Mikey Koba. That would be magnificent. All right, empty box there, buddy. And we are inching closer and closer to our second break of the morning, by the way. It is going to be a triple hobby box break with 2025 Topps Finest, 2024 Panini Prospect Edition, and 2022 Prizm Baseball. Looking at 11 autographs, and I do believe it is full. Mr. Kevin O'Brien, good morning, my brother. Slowly but surely, my dear friends, we are getting the entire fam damly up in here this morning. Good to see you, bro. Gotcha, DJP. Roger that, my friend. Thank you so much, Brian Smith. I appreciate it, buddy. We're just going to rip all these down and go through them together, Mikey. Alex Invader Zim says, is that up next? Possibly. I am going to refresh that shop and make sure we don't have any more family rips. But as soon as we get through the family rips, then yes, we will bust into that break. XYZ. Awesome. The Toronto Blue Jays won last night, buddy. All right, we have Zandy Bogarts for the Bo Sox. Cavadas back-to-back Bo Sox. Francisco Alvarez on the minted and merit for the Mets. Little alliteration to start our morning. The DeGrominator. Hunter Greeny. Shout out to Brad Greeny. Air Jordan Alvarez. Hey, we miss you too, Kevin O'Brien. Love you, brother. Wes Kath for the White Sox. Connor Norby on the Schmeckle for Uncle Moosey's Orioles. Todd O'Hara. Absolutely you can, my man, if you're flying in here on Friday. That is magnificent. We'll have to chat about that behind the scenes there, Todd Father. Yes, please. Garrett Cole for the Pinstripes. The Polar Bear. Sawinski for the Pirates. Renowned rookies Bryson Stott for the Fightin' Phillies. Shout out to Mikey One. He's got the juice. Tatis. Chris Bryant. Giddy Cappy for the Marlins. How about a little Morning Wood? That was the button I was looking for. James Wood on the Platinum Elements. Juan Soto for the San Diegans. David Goggins. Funky Cold Molina for the Cardinals. Mad Max, Mr. Hetachromia himself. Noelvi Marte, former Seattle Mariner. Cody Morissette, Alanis' nephew. Just kidding. Josh Donaldson. Trey Turner. Jose in the Torres. Ooh. Numbered to 199, and that is 6th on print for the Bodacious Bostonians, Nico Cavadas on the pink. The man, the myth, the Miggy. MJ. Norge Vera for the White Sox. George Springer. There you go, your Toronto Blue Jays. On the Schmeckle. Nick Lodolo for WKRP and Jose Abreu. Shout out to Falcor. Last but not least, there you go, Mikey 2. Sleeving up your red sock. Mr. Derek Dilly says, how do J.J. McCarthy cards work as far as RPAs go? Last year with no game jersey but a rookie? So Derek Dilly, often they make jersey cards, and on the back of the card it says this relic is not from any specific game or event. So they do make RPAs, and they just throw some other stuff in there. So there's actually a whole bunch of videos that you can go back and watch of people busting open relic cards and finding out who the relic belongs to. So on J.J. McCarthy's, they would not be game used, but they would be player worn, probably. And what they do is they have a player put on a jersey, and they wear it for like a signing or something like that, and then they put them into cards. So it's a variety of all of those options. You just never know. All right, we have a Giancarlo, do not call me Mikey, Stanton. Return of the Mac. Juan and Emilian Yepez on the Schmeckel. The man, the myth, the pool hose for the Cardinals. And the Spaz, Mr. Shane Baz. Last but not least, for the Tampa Bay Rays. Shout out to Grayson King, our thin blue line in the family. Excellent. All right, well, Mikey 2, a beautiful rip to start our week. Thank you, as always, for snagging that down from junkwaxvintage.com. Mr. Gallant, good morning, Jeremy, our Canadian cousin. And Joe says, Dalen, on your website for grading of a card, is there an address listed to send them, or should I message off stream to your Instagram? So, Joe, if you go to our website, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, there should be an address in there. And if you use that address, that is where you send those cards. And if you're going to send cards in for grading, Joe, I'll give you the standard operating procedure, okay? This is what we would hope that you would do. So just go ahead and shoot us a quick email to support@junkwaxvintage.com and let us know what cards you're sending us, okay? Say, hey, Dalen and Amanda, I'm sending you these cards for PSA grading or BGS grading or whatever kind of grading you want. Shoot us a quick email. Let us know. Then you do not have to wait for a reply on that email. Just shoot that email to us, because that basically gives us a heads up that you're sending those cards in. We ask that you do not pay for the grading until we actually have them in our hands. Okay? So shoot the email first, then go ahead and send the cards safely. And if it's a lot of value, you may even think about putting some insurance on it. I would highly suggest that. And then once we get those cards, we're going to shoot you an email that says, hey, Joe, we got your cards, verifying that we received them. And then we will ask you to go ahead and pay for the grading at that point once we have them in our hands. And the reason why we do that, brother, I'll be transparent with you. I actually get a printout of all the cards that people send for grading, and I go reconcile that list against what I have here, like physically in hand, right? So if somebody was to pay for their grading early, they would go on the list, but I wouldn't have them. So when I go to reconcile the list and I go to put all those cards together, I'm going to be looking for cards that I don't have yet. So that's why we ask you to go ahead and pay for it afterwards. Does that make sense, my friend? And I will make one slight adjustment to the address that's on the bottom of our website. If you want to put care of the UPS store in that address, that would be helpful as well. Thank you, Joe. Cheers, my friend. Good to see you this morning, and thank you for the question. I have got you covered, Mikey Kobaugh. That is extremely kind of you, my man. Thank you so damn much, and I am happy to facilitate that for you, buddy. You betcha. Let me put Ollie's name on that one. And Ray Wells says, Dalen, go ahead and do your full break before you rip my new order. That is extremely kind of you, Ray Wells. Thank you, my friend. You got it. There you go, Mikey, too. Got you covered there, brother, and that's very kind of you again. Thank you for paying that forward to the family, buddy. That will go next time Ollie has a package. Well, good morning there, Dallas. Excellent to see you there, my brother. How are we? Both of your accounts. I love it so much. Good morning, Dallas. Big hugs and firm handshakes to you. Rippin' Rhino. Long time no see, my brother from another mother. How are you, Mr. Kelly? Making my morning over there as always, my good man. How are you? Oh, brother, we are very much still doing our thing over here, Ryan Kelly. So believe it or not, my man, you've been here for many, many years. You know where we started this whole thing, right? We just did our very first live on eBay Live on Saturday night, and it was incredible. So For those of you that were able to attend on Saturday night, we will be running that one back. Okay? So Saturday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I'm thinking, folks, if that engagement keeps up and if we keep having shows like that, I think what we're going to do is we're going to move all of our Saturday nights to eBay. So basically, we will do this Tuesday through Friday, mornings and evenings. We might even adjust that schedule slightly. But I'm thinking Saturday nights is going to belong to eBay because that was incredible. We had such a great time over there. And you know what? I'll tell you what, folks. What was even cooler was the eBay platform itself. It looked like the stream came through extremely clear. So on Whatnot, sometimes it can look just a little bit fuzzy, no matter what resolution you have. Even if you have like a super expensive camera, it still looks just a little bit fuzzy. You know what I mean? And I think that's because of the default resolution that's set up by Whatnot. eBay, for those of you that are like audiovisual pros, it was 60 frames per second. Absolutely beautiful. It was so good. So I cannot shout out to eBay enough. It was friggin' awesome. And Invader Zim just smacked Tuna with that free 1-month subscription. And speaking of Tuna, who joined us on eBay on Saturday night. Great to have you over here, brother. Thank you again. Mikey Cobot says, you know what's even cooler than that? What is that, Mikey Cobot? What you got there, brother? And thank you so much, Tuna. You are correct. I see you, Mikey Cobot. Shout out to Outcast. Mr. Hosey. My favorite bathtub dude. Good to see you again, my friend. Welcome back. My Swedish chef, Mr. Linusson, says, is eBay worldwide? Yes, it is international, my man. Yep. You should be able to use the link that's on my link tree. And if we are live, you should be able to come right in. Teflon Ron says, for the fees they charge, it better be sharp as a diamond. Yes, they do have fees. It's true. It's true. But they are the biggest platform on planet Earth. So there's that too. Invader Zim, you are rocking my face off over here, brother. Thank you so much, Alex. And Tuna, officially, my man, welcome to the family. All right, legends. Thank you, DJP. I appreciate that, buddy. So I'm going to refresh that shop real quick, folks. We do have a juicy break to get into, but I see we have some more personal rips as well. So Ray Wells would like us to rip his after the break, and I appreciate that, Ray. Thank you, buddy. But we do have one last family rip. Derek Dilly, I see that hoodie, my brother. Thank you for snagging that down from the website. That is a beautiful thing. Mr. Rodenbeck, thank you, Wyatt, for snagging some break spots in our celebration. And DJP, taking down a 2022 Diamond Kings blaster box. Thank you, DJP. So we do have one beautiful family rip, and then we're going to get into our second break of the morning. And Joe, UPS. So let me show you something here, Joe. I got you, brother. Thank you for bearing with me for just a moment, my friends. I should just have this ready, so this will be better for the future. Crap, I messed up. Thank you for bearing with me, my dear friends. Give me just a moment here. There we go. All right, my man. You want to go ahead and screenshot? That is it right there. That is our official address. If you're going to send cards in for grading, If you're going to send any gifts, that's where they go. So feel free to screenshot there, folks. Thank you for your patience, DJP. We're going to bust into that box in just a moment. East Coaster, I see you there, my man. Rashid says, how do I check the scarcity of variations on base cards? Rashid, so your best bet is to go ahead and just Google and search whatever set you're looking for. And Beckett should be the top search option. And if you click on the Beckett checklist, you can go into that Beckett checklist and it'll tell you what variations there are and what they're numbered to. Good question, my friend. Thank you so much, Joe. Got you covered, brother. I see you, Mikey Koba. All right, legends, give me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. I'm going to jump up and grab a blaster box for DJP, and then we're busting into our second break of the morning.
Ooh, yeah.
All right. DJP, let's go downtown hunting this morning, shall we? See if we can't find you something juicy. Thank you, as always, Dennis, for snagging this down from junkwaxvintage.com and letting us rip them together. I appreciate you, my friend. Let's go. Rashid, there you go, brother. I hear you. Thank you again, Joe. Excited to see what you're sending there, buddy. And it's great to see you this morning, my man. Happy Tuesday. And that goes for all of you here this morning. Empty box there, DJP. Pack number 4 to the side because it is Tradicion. Good luck. And legends, we are almost up to 50,000 likes this morning over here on TikTok. I cannot thank you enough for beating that screen like it owes you back child support money. Thank you. As I have said before, and I will say it again, my friends, those likes over here on TikTok are almost unbelievably impactful. So thank you again. Rashid over here on TikTok says, ever since you taught me about variations, I have spent 6 hours finding them. Love it, brother. I have done the exact same thing. So back in like 2020, 2021, that's when I found out about the image variation SPs that you can find in modern cards. And I went back through hundreds of 800 count card boxes of all the boxes that I had ripped, all the packs that I had ripped. So I feel you on that one, my man. You have all the empathy. I've done the exact same thing. All right, here we go. And we start off with the Satchmo, old Satchel Paige. Mikey Koba. He says, as someone who only uses Twitch for Junk Wax Vintage, it was nice on eBay to do the haptic feedback. That's right, my buddy. Isn't that cool? I love that they have that over there. We have a rest in peace to the legend Kirby Puckett. K. Brian Hayes. Santillion for WKRP. There you go, Krabby Rob, smart man. How about the GOAT, Mr. Tony Gwynn, on the art of hitting? Reynolds Rap. Cedric Mullins. The Big Hurt with the Big Heart. Frank Thomas. Trevor Story. Heasley for the Royals. Shout out to Alan White on the artist proof. Aficionado. The Battery. Al Kaline. Connor Siebold for Baston. That is correct, Mr. Peacharelli. Nailed it. Marcus Semien. Kyle Hendricks. Joe Sewell. Glenn Otto for our Texas Rangers on the Diamond King rookie. Modern Strokes, Acuna Matata. Kevin Smith. Snoochie Boochies. For those talented Toronto Blue Jays. Do not take chocolate-covered pretzels from that dude. That's all I'm saying. Josh Donaldson. Sandy Koufax. How about a Grover Alexander on your framed? Legend. My PC, the big man, Mr. O'Neal Cruz, Diamond Kings rookie. And excuse me, that is Mr. Trainer on the Maestros for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Camilo Doval for the Gigantes on the Diamond Kings rookie. Shout out to Mr. Rob Richardson. Beardy Blackman, shout out to my Colorado cousins. Carl Hubble, Boba Fett, Luis Robert. Artist's Palette, Corbin Burnson. Madison Bumgardner for the Dastardly Diamondbacks. Finishing that one off for you, buddy.
One down, one to go.
Last pack magic. Oh, there you go, Jesse Hockey. Nice pickup, my man. Rashid, Mr. Ward, thank you for the beautiful roses. One half of the Farley brothers. Good to see you, Randy. What you talking about, Paul Willis? Excellent to see you as well, my man. Thank you for gracing us with your presence, and I cannot thank you enough for those beautiful TikTok gifts, my dear friends, helping to keep this thing on the rails. One beautiful TikTok gift at a time. All right, we start off with another Gigante, old Brandon Crawford. Good morning to one half of the Super Stroopers. It is great to see you this morning. Krish! How was your weekend, my man? Rafi Devers. Grover Alexander, so nice you got him twice. Mikey Trout on the artist proof. Javi Baez on the gallery. And the man, the myth, the Ichiro. Finishing off that box for you. Well, there you go. DJP, thank you again for snagging this down from junkwaxvintage.com and giving us some eye candy this morning. I am sorry I couldn't find you downtown, but there's plenty more where that came from, my brother. Mr. Kevin Curtin, good morning to our brother from the Emerald Isle. All right, that will be in your next JWV package there, my brother. Thank you as always, Dennis. All right, my dear friends, my family, I think it's break time. Good morning, Drewzer. Thank you for the good morning there, Jeremy Campbell. I appreciate it. Mr. Stroop, getting ready to head to Vegas this weekend. That's amazing. Well, who all is going there, if I may ask there, Mr. Stroop? Is it the entire Stroop crew? Thank you for the warm welcome, Mr. Piccirilli and Jeremy Campbell. All right, my dear friends, my family, you know what time it is.
It's time!
We have 2024 Panini Prospect Edition with 6 autographs. 2022 Panini Prizm with 3 more autographs. And good morning, Chris. Great to see you again. We have a couple of cool Chris's in the shout-out family this morning. Half of the Super Stroopers. Nice. So Scotty Too Hottie and Chef Vinny are staying home this time. A group of 9 of you going. That's outstanding. We'll have a great time there, Chris. I am confident you will. We will miss you, but I appreciate you tuning in when you can, my man. But I hope you have a splendid time there in Vegas, and I hope you make it back in one piece. I've been a few times. I know how that goes. All right, and then we have the Pièce de Résistance, that Topps Finest 2025 hobby. So looking at 11 autographs here, my friends, and we do have some teams I still need to lock in. So thank you for bearing with me for just a moment. All right, Mr. Alan White, taking Rays, White Sox, and Marlins. Thank you, Alan White. Next, Mr. Wyatt Rodenbeck taking the Twinkies. Mr. Koba taking the Padres. Got you locked in there, buddy. Todd O'Hara, the legend himself, taking the Cardinals. Thank you, the Todd father. Excited to meet you in person this weekend, possibly. You and Mr. Piccirilli both. Yes, it is, Mr. Lineson. Rashid, you're in Vegas right now. Small world, my man. Very cool, right? That is very serendipitous. And Chris, thank you for the beautiful heart, brother. You know I appreciate that, my good man. Thank you for being here with us this morning. All right. Todd O'Hara got you locked in. Jimmy Nuge, my spoken night brother, taking the Cubbies. Got him locked in as well. So we need Astros and Gigantes is what we're looking for. Jason Frazier got the Braves. Astros and Gigantes. Let's do this a different way. Good morning, Onward. Aha. Mr. Koba, you have the Astros. Hi, babe. All right, now we're just looking for the Gigantes. Give me just a moment here, folks. I appreciate you bearing with me. Nope, I've got it, babe, but thank you. All right, Mr. Rob Richardson. Nope. It is Holden Guthrie who got his Gigantes. Thank you, Holden. And we are solid. All right, my dear friends, my family. Let's randomize this little bad boy real quick and find out who gets what. Shout out to our buddy Rachel for snagging us this handy dandy little dice tray. Krish has a question over here on TikTok. It says, when you have time, I had a question. If you had an unlimited budget, what card would you buy? That's a tough one, my man. I'd probably go with a 1952 Mickey Mantle. That would probably be number one if I had an unlimited budget. Number two would probably be an on-card PSA 10 dual-graded 1010 Ken Griffey Jr. 1989 Upper Deck. And then number three would probably be a 2022 Topps Chrome Cosmic Julio Rodriguez rookie on-card autograph. Good question. Mr. Seabird says, are you on Whatnot as well? Yes and no. So we were on Whatnot, yes, but we actually just switched to eBay Live this last weekend. But we still have our Whatnot channel over there. We're just probably not going to go live there for quite a while. Good question. All right, we have lucky number 7. Again, that is the second number 7 of the morning, but it's different. This one is 4 and 3 instead of 5 and 2. 7 it is. All right, folks, give me just a moment. We have some football teams in there. May I please have a copyable list of all the MLB baseball teams with no spaces? Please and thank you. Chris, Mantle is a good selection. You would buy the Honus Wagner. Good call. Touche. Hey, no worries, Seabird. So I appreciate you asking, my friend. If you go to my TikTok profile, let me show you something here, folks. So if you go to our TikTok, you see there's a link tree, okay? Use the link tree, tap that little bad boy. You're going to pop up a menu, follow the link tree, okay? See how that says link tree Junk Wax Vintage? Tap that little bad boy. Then the very first button right there. The text on that button will change over the next few days, but that will take you to our eBay store. And feel free to smack us with a follow there and bookmark the show if it's up there already for Saturday night. It might not be there yet, though, but we'll have it up there very, very soon. So also, folks, while you're up there on that link tree, see all these white icons right here? These are all platforms that you can follow us on. So if you have a moment, folks, it would be immensely helpful if you follow us over there. Thank you in advance. Okie dokie, folkies. 7 times. Roger that, babe. Shout out to Mrs. Junkwax. All righty. Let's do it. There we go. All right, legends. 7 times. Good luck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and if you were so inclined, you can start trading your teams. Right? Meow. There you go. What's up, Invader Zim? The randomization is for this break. Oh, I am so sorry. I am such a dork. This is pick your team. I am so sorry, my dear friends. Thank you. I was just keeping you on your toes. That's all. I'm sorry, folks. I love you all so damn much. I'm so sorry. All right. That one is pick your team. No randomization needed, and I'm a dork. Hey, what's up, Brett? It is wonderful to see you over here, my man. It was a very heartbreaking loss last night. You're absolutely right. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Dennis. I appreciate that, gentlemen. You know it's Scuba Steve. There you go, buddy. I appreciate you all so much. I love it. Thank you, Mr. Pizzarilli. You know it, Tuna. Ryan Fanger. Yeah. What? All right, legends. Well, let's go ahead and bust into all three of these beautiful hobby boxes. We have 2022 Prizm. We have 2024 Panini Prospect Edition and 2025 Topps Finest. So let's do this in chronological order. We'll start with 2022. Good luck to each and every one of you. Here we go. I love it, Mr. Cobalt. Thank you. I appreciate it. I would have it no other way. So we're looking for 3 autographs in this one, my friends. It has been a moment since we have busted into 2022 Prizm. All right, empty box there, my friends. That's right, Rashid. That's right. Thank you. I can't back that up. I'm just kidding. All right, legends. We're going to do this in a few rounds. Good luck. Mr. Frazier, thank you so much for the beautiful TikTok gift. I appreciate you, buddy. And Ryan Fanger smacking that resub button for the 11th month. I appreciate it, Ryan. Thank you, buddy. I love you more, Alex. All right, round 1. Starting off a little Jake Myers. Somebody bang a trash can for those Houston Astros. Nathan Ear Ovaldi. Oh, we have something juicy right off the jump, ladies and gentlemen. Goodness gracious. Somebody is going to be a very, very happy camper here, ladies and gentlemen. Damn. Woo. Ear Ovaldi. Bobby Witt Jr. Rookie for the Royals. Beauty. Mr. and Mrs. Flaherty's boy. Zach Thompson. Jared Walsh. Juan Soto on the stained glass for the Nationals. There you go, Richard Ortwich. Beautiful, buddy. Oh, let's find out. And it's for the Seattle Mariners. Ryan Bruins. There you go, buddy. Goodness gracious, brother. Sleeving and top loading that one up for you, Ryan Bruins. Congratulations on the super short print. First one of those that we have found. Congratulations, Ryan Bruins, to go with the redemption that we got back for you today. Sick. On the Carolina Blue, Kyle Lewis, back-to-back Seattle Mariners. Camilo Doval for the Gigantes. Ivan Castillo for the San Diegans. David Goggins. Not numbered, but beautiful. Pobrecito Altuvito. Eloy Jimenez. The Old Bull. Bueller. Josh Lau. Cronuts make me go nuts. Jake Cronenworth. That is correct, Chris. No sweat, Mr. Pine Tar himself, George Brett. Funky Cold Molina. Oh, wow. For the Houston Astros, Jose Can You See? And that one is 4th on print to 199. Congratulations, Mikey Koba. The Bird Murderer, Mr. Randy Johnson for the Diamondbacks on the Carolina Blue. Hoy Jun Park on the Carolina Blue. Salvi on the color match blue for the Royals. Shout out to Alan White. Matt Manning. Bryce Hampa. Reese Nair. Mr. Anderson. Corey D, good morning, my man. Bozo Pozo. Louis Gill, your 2024 Rookie of the Year, but in 2022. That's fun. The luscious lip curtain of Mr. Spencer Strider for Atlanta. Spokane's finest old school, Ryan Sandberg. And we have our first autograph, and it is for the Cubbies, and that goes to Jimmy Nuge. Congratulations, Jim, my fellow Spokanite. Omar Narvaez for the Brew Crew on the Carolina Blue. Our Puyallup Pounder, Mr. Nick Allen for the Athletics on the Carolina Blue Rookie. Kevin Gausman for those talented Toronto Blue Jays. And Funky Cold Molina on the Stargazing, finishing off round number 1. Not too shabby there, folks. Mr. Corey D., I hope your day goes well also, brother. It is great to see you this morning, Corey. Thank you for gracing us with your presence, my friend. How was your weekend there, Corey? I love it, Mikey Koba. My man. Coming in solid with the dad jokes, my brother. 'Tis a beautiful thing. All right, legends. Round number 2. Scotty 2 Hottie Kuniko, go team. Go sports. Go sports balls. Good to see you, Scotty. Hope you had a wonderful weekend there, buddy. Tavian, good morning. Jason Frazier, my fellow Austinite, thank you for the high bear. All right, we have a Spencer Torkelson for the Motor City Kitties. Robbie Ray. And my friends, I think we have another stained glass. Haha, yes we do. Beautiful. Duran for Minnesota. Mookie. Matty Ice. Marcus Stroman. Abe Froman. The Sausage King of Chicago. And he's got the juice. Tatis. For the San Diego Padres, going to Mikey Koba on the stained glass. Beautiful. Oh, we have a redemption. We're going to go ahead and sweat that one, folks. And there's a decent chance that that's going to be expired, unfortunately. Brandon Dandruff. So just a heads up, folks, Topps is really good about redemptions. So if you have a redemption that is expired after 2022, it is good for 10 years. Panini, not so much, unfortunately. So if it's expired, I can try to redeem it for you, but if they don't have it, it's going to come back as Panini points. Mr. Garrett Cole for the Pinstripes on the Carolina Blue. Nolan Arenado on a color match, red prism, not numbered. Mr. Anderson on the championship stage, Connor Seabold. Oh, there you go, Shane. I see you this morning, my man. Congratulations to the Toronto Blue Jays. Marcus Semien for the Rangers. Nick Allen, so nice. We have seen him twice. Hoyjun Park, Starling Marte, Ricky Henderson, shout out to Dutchie. Corey Seager, shout out to Mr. Daniel Gates. We have an Acuna Matata on the Fearless. J.D. Martinez on the Carolina Blue. Jackson Reitz for Milwaukee, as Alice Cooper would say on the Carolina Blue. Little Yastrzemski on the Prism. Mike Trout on the Emergent. Hernandez, Bryce Elder, Castro, the man McClanahan, one half of the brothers Nola, Donaldson, Hans Kraus, rookie for the Fightin' Phillies, Ramirez on the Fearless. Oh, hell yeah. Peanut butter and jealous. Ryan Bruns on the Carolina Blue, Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
That is gorgeous. Fixing some TikTok over here, folks. Thank you for bearing with me for 2 shakes. That's a little bit better. Sleeving that one up for you, Ryan Bruns. Beautiful. You know it, Jeff Rowe. That's right. I feel like they're all coming over here especially to throw shade at Uncle Junk Wax. But that's fine. Like I said, my brother, bring it. I pride myself in being unoffendable. We have a Robbie Ray for my Seattle Mariners. AJ Alexi on the red, not numbered. And Alex Bregman on the lumber. Finishing that one off. We're going to sweat that redemption till the very, very end. I'll have to remember to do that next year when my Mariners win. I'm going to do a tour of rubbing it on all the Toronto Blue Jays' faces. I'm just kidding. You know, I don't even have that in me. But it would be funny. Hey, Chris, if you're taking off this morning, Mr. Diaz, please have a terrific Tuesday, brother. And we will be back here tonight. Same junk time, same junk channel. And I'm hoping that maybe we might be able to get into a half case break this evening. Have a great day, Chris. Thank you as always, buddy. Big hugs and firm handshakes to you, brother. Taz, welcome back, buddy. All right, we have a Chaz McCormick for those Houston Astros. Feltner, Byron Buxton, Kyle Mueller, Ryan Velade for those crazy Coloradans. The Not So Dirty Christopher Sanchez. Juan and Emilian Yepez. Old Man Yastrzemski on the old school for Baston. On the Contreras for the Chicago Cubbies. Torkelson for the Motor City Kitties on the Carolina Blue. Zach Rex on the color match for our Texas Rangers. Not numbered. Miggy Cabrera on the Stargazing. Arias for our Clevelanders. Shout out to Tim Hudson. Trevor always telling us a story. Garrett Cole. Kranick for the Pirates. Lars Nootbaar, the proud owner of the most Scandinavian name in all of baseball. Ken Griffey Jr. So nice. We have seen him twice. Abreu on the Illumination for the White Sox, going to Mr. Alan White. Oh, my Lanta. How about the Nootbaar? So nice. We got him twice on a beautiful rookie autograph. Congratulations to the Todd father, Mr. Todd O'Hara. Beautiful card for you, brother. And it is 73 out of 75. Not too shabby there, Todd. Eli Morgan on the Carolina Blue. Sebastian Rivero. Because we got mad hits like we was Rod Carew. He converted for Minnesota. Not numbered. 1/2 of Slam Diego on the Fireworks. Glaz now with his locks of love. Chris Bryant. Mazika. Javi Baez for the Motor City Kitties. Brandon Lau for the Tampa Bay Rays. Funky Cole Molina. So nice. We have seen him a few times. Good morning, Bobby Viles. How are you, my brother? Matt Manning, our alliteration brother. Where is Cameron Cole when I need him? Matty Ice on the Illumination. Abreu on the Illumination. Second time we've seen Jose this morning. That one is not numbered, but it is pretty. Semien on the Carolina Blue. Arozarena for the Tampa Bay Rays on the blue parallel. Also not numbered, but pretty. And then Trevor always telling us a story on the Emergent for Colorado. Outstanding. Let me sleeve up old Lars Casobo. Good morning, my man. And Legends, we are up to almost 60,000 likes this morning over here on TikTok. Thank you so damn much. Mr. Spine, welcome back, buddy. All right, just 2 more packs left here in our first box of 3. I love it so much, Jeffro. Thank you. How we doing, Bobby Ball Game? Hope you had good flights, my friend. And thank you so much for your participation on Saturday night, my man. That was a special evening, indeed. All right, we have a Yohan Moncada. Hunter Greeny. Shout out to Brad Greeny. Jose Siri. Why am I saying Whit? Weird. Bieber. Juan and Emilian Marshall. Manny Machado. Ozzy Albies. Zach Short on the Carolina Blue. Connor Seabold for the Bo Sox. Shout out to the Super Stroopers. Dowry Moreta for WKRP in Cincinnati on the color match red prism. Mr. Austin Riley on the Sluggers. Bauman. Hal Tucker. Robson. Jaron Duran, rookie for the Bo Sox. Chris Sale, back-to-back Bostonians. Tyler McGill. Vladdy on your Illumination. Oh, hell yeah. Shout out to the Athletics and Alan White on the Blue Wave Old School Mark McGuire. And that is numbered 54 out of 60. Congratulations, Alan White. Nicky Lopez for the Royals. Duran for Minnesota. Wheeler and Reed Detmers on the rookie class. Last but not least. Let me snag myself a little sippy here, folks. Cheers. Barost. Pinkies up because we're fancy. Oh, Bobby Ball Game. He says, how was the rest of the night on Saturday? Brother. It was a doozy in the best of ways. So because it was such a successful first show over there on eBay, we're actually going to keep it going. So I believe, obviously, we are going to monitor this and see how it goes as we move forward. But if it's going to be like that every Saturday, we are going to officially move our Saturday Night Fevers to eBay. So we will do this show every morning, every evening, Tuesday through Friday, but Saturday nights might belong to eBay. We shall see. Because it was truly incredible. Oh, thank you, Bobby Viles. You're absolutely right. We will get him next year, my man. You know it. That's right, Trey. Yep. Shout out to those Toronto Blue Jays. You know it, brother. All right, legends. Let's see. Let's use the card that old James Reinhart purchased for me. And let's sweat this little bad boy, shall we? This is our third autograph out of our first box. It is a navy blue, Carolina blue parallel rookie autograph. Oh, no. Where in the world is Wander Minor Franco? And it's probably a minor. Folks. Yeah. Expired Wander Franco redemption. Alan White has the Tampa Bay Rays. I am so sorry, Alan White. That's incredible. Awesome. Hey, that's okay, Mr. Russell. It's all good, brother. No sweat. I'm used to it. Not a problem. I'm very excited for the Toronto Blue Jays as well. I know they're very excited about their win. But it's all good. I am sleeving up both of those Ken Griffey Jr.'s. Congratulations again, Ryan Bruins. Beautiful. And Alan White, I will go ahead and hold on to that one for you, my man. And I'll take it to the National next year and see if they'll do something for that. It's possible. You just never know. So I can't promise anything, but I do give you my word. I will take that to the National next year, and we'll see how it goes. Mrs. Junkwax, did you steal my Post-it notes? She says, I don't think so, but here you go. Love you, babe. Oh, my Lanta. Well, thank you for being a good sport there, Alan White. Appreciate you, buddy. Yikes. All right, we do have that pack number 4 we will get to in just a moment. Ay, ay, ay. Let's go 2024 Panini Prospects, shall we? That's right, Invader Zim, that's right. Mr. Peaks, you nailed it, brother. Good morning, Maddie. How is my brother from down under? And Jason Frazier says, dude, you have to send that redemption and see what they send back. So it's expired, unfortunately. So I can tell you right now, they're not going to send anything back. They will give us some Panini points for it if that's what I elect to choose. But I think instead, I'm going to hang on to it. I'm going to take it to the National next year with myself and Mrs. Junkwax. And they do have a Panini booth that if we get there early enough, maybe I can get up there and see if they'll exchange it for something. So that's probably our best bet. Hey, you and I both, Tuna. You and I both, brother. All right, Mrs. Junkwax, did you steal my knife as well? That's okay, my love. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Need to get Mrs. Junkwax her own blade. Mr. Alex Wade. He says, yeah, they'll send his court case signed documents. Possible. Cody Supergrover, good morning, legend. Excellent to see you, buddy. Pack number 4 to the side because it is a family tradition. Absolutely right, Drew Jones. Correct. I agree. Bobby Viles. Correct. There you go, Jeffro. That's right. All right, legends. We're going to go ahead and bust all these down, per usual. That's right, Cody Supergrover. Classic Mrs. Junkwax. Classic. Good to see you, Cody. How we doing, buddy? How was your weekend? Little cuffing. No big deal. All right, last base pack magic. There you go, Mikey Koba. The Wander jokes are deep this morning. I love it. All right, here we go, my dear friends. Starting off with a Joendry Vargas for the Trolley Dodgers. As you should, Cody Supergrover. That is a beautiful thing, my man. Family first always. Walker Janik. Eric Hernandez on the Prizm for the Atlanta Braves. Eldridge. Peyton Tolley to $2.99. And that one goes to the Bostonians. We have another redemption. We'll get to that one shortly. Griff O'Farrell for the Baltimore Orioles. Shout out to Uncle Moosey. And Bobby Ballgame says, I bought a hobby box with a guaranteed autograph this weekend at a card show, ripped it right in front of the guy. There was no auto in there. Yikes. Was it Panini, if I may ask? Ivan Melendez for Arizona. Bryce Mitchell, or Balake Mitchell, excuse me. Midnight and Mason Montgomery. Drew Thorpe for the White Sox on the Optic. Brandon Sproat. Seaver King. Oh, wow. That is a preppin' for the pros. 5th on print to 25. Beautiful. That's a nice one. Sleeving that one up for the Nationals. That goes to Richard Ortwich. Mr. Anderson for the Motor City Kitties on the autograph. That goes to Alex Invader Zim. Hey, babe. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Dalton Rushing for the Trolley Dodgers. Brock Porter. Oh, that's awesome, Tuna. Nice pull, buddy. Bobby Biles. It was 2021 Platinum Anniversary. Interesting. So the hobby boxes of 2021 Platinum Anniversary should have one autograph, but there is light boxes. So they're like a halfway hobby box. So did you by chance find a whole bunch of mini diamond parallels? 6 of them to be exact. Was there 6 refractors in there, Bobby Viles, by chance? Heston Kjerstad. Chase McDermott. The White Sox, Luke Little. We saw him pitching for the Toronto Blue Jays during the series. PJ Morlando. Tyler of the Black from Milwaukee to 199. And that one goes to Keegan Schmitz. Another one for Keegan this morning. How about a Kemp Alderman with the weather? Nice. And that goes to Bienvenidos a Miami, Mr. Alan White. Rhett Lauder. Gotcha, Bobby. So if that was indeed a 2021 Platinum Anniversary hobby box, you can actually write to Topps and tell them that you are missing the autograph. What you have to have, though, is you have to have one of the packs, like an empty garbage, like one of the packs that you ripped, combine that with the hobby box itself, and you send both of those into Topps. And you call that a quality assurance box with lack of a hit, and they will actually send you out one. I've had to do that a couple times. Luckily, it doesn't happen very often. They're pretty good about it. Rhett Lauder for WKRP. And the receipt as well. There you go, Alan, or Alex Wayne. Correct. That is correct. Yes, you're absolutely right. All right, Speedy Gonzalez for the White Sox. Cole Carrick for Colorado. Tanner Hall. Bennett Lee for the Motor City Kitties on the Optic. You are very welcome, my friend. Always, Bobby. And that is 98 out of 99. Penultimate on print. Beautiful. Fly with Lado. Thank you for smacking the follow button, my friend. Welcome to the crew. Tommy White on the ping. Griffin Burkholder to 299 for those fighting Phillies. I'd like to have a go around with that Philly. Shout out to Jim Cos. That one goes to him this morning. There you go, my love. Ooh, we have another autograph. Balake Walters for the Kansas City Royals. Going to Mr. Alan White. Base autograph. Zach Earhart for the Bostonians. Eldridge for the Gigantes. Benji for the Mets. Grant Taylor for the White Sox. Drew Thorpe. Back-to-back White Sox. Shout out to Yak, our Canadian cousin. Thank you for smacking that follow button, buddy. Jared Kyle, same thing to you, my friend. Kellen Lindsay on the prepping for the pros. Oh, numbered to 41 for the St. Lunatics, going to the Todd father, Ryan Campos, on a paper die cut. Beautiful, buddy. Mamba Cards, welcome this morning. Ooh, we have a Red Power Prizm Tayshaun Walton, another fighting Philly. And that one goes to Jim Cos. Congratulations, Jim. That one is numbered. Oh, hell yeah. They don't call me the bookend king for nothing, my dear friends. 99 out of 99 on the Tayshaun Walton. Congratulations, Jim Cos. Roderick Arias for the Pinstripes. And Kevin Sim for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Finishing that one off. Alex Wayne. So unfortunately, Panini is not like Topps. I wish they were. I wish they were. That would be amazing. But yeah, Panini is not so good on those. Topps is top notch when it comes to replacing cards. Panini, not so much, unfortunately. All right, top loaded up that prepping for the pros, and let's get into our final box, shall we?
One down, one to go.
Last box magic, my dear friends. Thank you so much, Super Grover. Love you, brother. Glad to have you this morning, you legend. Cheers, my friends. Prost. Oh, that's awesome, Mr. Dempsey. Very cool. Good to see you this morning, Mitch. Okie dokie. Good luck, my dear friends. Last box magic. And I need to do a little housekeeping because Daddy's got a full trash can over here. All right, empty box there, my friends. Pack number 4 to the side. And we will bust all those last. Good luck, everybody. Thank you, as always, my dear friends, for being over here on TikTok this morning. We are almost up to 65,000 likes on this terrific Tuesday morning. Thank you, Dutchie. Thank you, Ray Wells. All right, here we go. Starting off with your Home Run Derby runner-up, Junior Caminero, Mikey Trout, Brent Rooker, J.C. Young, one half of the Brothers Young. Jared Kyle, thank you for beating that screen like it owes you back child support money. Mr. Babineau, it was a tough game last night. You're absolutely right. Brooks Lee from Minnesota on the X-Fractor. Caminero, so nice. The Tampa Bay Rays got him twice. Shout out to Alan White on the purple X-Fractor. Bryce Hampa. Nick York on the arrivals for the Pirates. Trout, so nice. We got him twice. Ezekiel. Ellie De La Cruz for WKRP. Beautiful. Corbin Burnson, the ambassador of the Quan. And there's an autograph there, folks, and it's numbered to 25 for the Minnesota Twins. Congratulations, Wyatt Rodenbeck.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Oh my God!
That's a nice one there, buddy. Numbered to 25 on the on-card autograph. I am so glad you're here this morning, Wyatt. Beautiful pull, my friend. That's a nice one. Check that out. Orange debut. 9th on print to 25. Running out of room up here. It's a good problem to have. All right, we have a Willie. Oh my gosh, we have 2 numbered to 25s in here. Excellent. William on the Contreras for Milwaukee on the X-Fractor. Yeah, they call him the fireman. That's his name. Shout out to Mr. George Strait. That is 15 out of 15. Another bookend. The bookend king strikes again, my dear friends. 15 out of 15 on the Emmanuel Clase. And that one goes to Jesse Hockey. Congratulations, Jesse. And we have 2 numbered cards in a row. You know it, Alex. I was waiting for the gambler jokes to come. Beautiful. 15 out of 15 on the Class A. We have back-to-back numbered cards. Numbered to 300 on the Magenta. Cam Smith, rookie for Mikey Cobaz Astros. Somebody bang a trash can. Creators. Pobrecito. Altuvito. A different type of short print. Here you go, my love. Mark Vientos for the Mets. The Big Dumper for my Seattle Mariners. Hai-Sung Kim. The Polar Bear. Manny Machado. Aurelvis. Max Muncy. Real Muto. Shout out to Mikey 1. Angel Martinez on the X-Fractor. Jacob Wilson on the debut, rookie for the Athletics. Duraque Baldwin. And Leo Jimenez for those talented Toronto Blue Jays. Last but not least. You know it, Jeffro. Shout out to the gambler. Alrighty. Last base pack magic, folks. I think we're still looking for one more autograph, too. Maybe within those pack number 4s. All right, we start off with Jose Ramirez for Cleveland. Pobrecito. Mason Wynn. Shout out to Jeffro. Freddie Peralta. Brian Reynolds wrap. Salvi. Max Muncy to 250 for the Athletics. Rookie. Purple. Ozzy Albies on the Creators. Roki Sasaki. Rookie on the debut. Alcantara. Josh Young. A dollop of Dollander. PCA for the Cubbies. Tomoyuki Shigano. Tatis. Angel Martinez. Another Clevelander. And that one is numbered to 150. And that goes to Yessie Hockey. Congratulations again, Jesse Hockey. Nice one there, my man. The luscious lip curtain of Mr. Spencer Strider on the X-Fractor. I believe that is the Commander, Mr. Carlton Fisk, on the finest timelines for the White Sox. Big Ben Rice for the Pinstripes. And Max Fried back-to-back Pinstripes. Finishing off base packs. And Victor Lopez, you want to see the big dumper again? I will have to go back and find him for you, buddy. There you go, Victor Lopez. Base Cal Rally. Got you covered, brother. All right. Folks, let's get into our last pack number 4s. After I sleeve and top load this beautiful autograph for Yessie Hockey. Oh, and I am out of 55ers. Thank you, my love. All right, congratulations again there, Yessie Hockey. On the stand he goes. We're going to get into that last redemption at the very, very end. You are absolutely welcome, Victor Lopez. My pleasure, buddy. You're right, Wyatt Rodenbeck. You're correct. I love you, Mikey Kilbaugh. All right, folks. 3 packs. Let's do it. Back to 2022 Prizm. And we start off with a marvelous Milwaukeean, Jackson Reitz. Vladdy. Sebastian Rivero. Domingo Acevedo. Kevin Gausman. Kyle Lewis. Fearless Marcus Semien for our Texas Rangers. Oh, hell yeah. Gotta love those pack number 4s, eh? How about a gold Rod Carew? And that goes to the marvelous Minnesotans, and that is Wyatt Rodenbeck again. 28th on print to 100. Congratulations, Wyatt. Carolina Blue Old Man Yastrzemski. Carolina Blue Color Match Vladdy. For Toronto, that one goes to Dave Clark 5. Cutter Crawford on the blue Prizm for the Bostonians, not numbered. And Seth Beer on the rookie class for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Finishing that one off. You know it, Tuna. I love gold. The taste of it, the smell of it, the texture. We love gold so much we lost our genitals in an unfortunate smelting accident. Yes. I'm from Austin. Isn't that weird? Put it in my skin box. Shape it from myself. Salty. I'll see myself out. All right, Legends. 2024 Panini Prospect Edition. Let's see if we can't find the last autograph. We start off with a pinstripe Alan Fasundo. Oh, you know it, Taz. Smoking a pancake, bong and a blintz, pipe and a crepe, flapjack and a cigarette, cigar and a waffle. Then there is no placing you. I love that you all get my references. Thank you. Mike Sirota. Shout out to the Knack. Drew Thorpe. Another White Sox. Congratulations, Alan White. And that one is 29th on print to 149. Big Ben Hess for the pinstripes on the Aces. Rhett Lauder with his Locks of Love. Brock Porter for the Texas Rangers going to Matt King. Shout out to Mr. Peaks, also known as our brother from Down Under. There you go, buddy. Tommy White for the Athletics. Chris Cortez for the Angels. And that is last but not least. I love it. Thank you, Mr. Piccirilli. It's a bit nutty. There you go, Tuna. One of my favorite movies.
One down, one to go.
All right, legends. Last pack magic. Good luck. And then we're going to find out who that sweat redemption is, and then we'll do a recap. Because what a break this has been, my friends. Damn. Congratulations to all of you that got some juice in this one. All right, we start off with a Gigante. Shout out to Tuna. But the Gigantes go to Holden Guthrie this morning. Schwarbs. Shota Avi Iminaga. India, your 2021 Rookie of the Year. Thank you, Wyatt. Jackson Holiday. Oh, hell yeah. How about a last autograph here, folks, going to my buddy Jimmy Nuge, and it is the legend himself, Mark Grace. That is sick. Peanut butter and jealous there, Jimmy Nuge. You win this morning, my good man. One of my favorite players from the 80s and 90s. How cool is that? Beautiful autograph, too. Hell yeah. Congratulations, Jimmy Nuge. How about Trolley Dodgers going to Mr. Alan White, Balake Snell, numbered to 250. Excuse me, numbered to 200. Kumar Rocker for the Texas Rangers on the debut. Dylan Cruz, rookie on the Creators, going to Richard Ortwich, my Portland pal. And Jordan Lawler for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Last but not least. There you go, folks. 2 juicy Junk Wax Vintage Family breaks in the books this morning. Cannot thank you all enough for helping us get these filled. We'll do a quick little recap. All right. Let's find out who that sweat is, shall we? We'll use the card that Mr. James Reinhart snagged for us. We are going to flip it over because it's a little easier. All right, good luck here, folks. Future Legends Red Signature. Travis Sikora. That is going to be a Washington National going to Richard Ortwich. Congratulations there, Richard, my Portland pal. So, Mr. Ortwich, if you are here this morning, my friend, if you would like me to redeem that for you, I am happy to do it. If you want me to send it to you so you can redeem it, that is 1,000% okay as well. You just let me know there, Richard. Make myself a little note here. There you go, Mr. O. Congratulations, buddy. All right, quick little recap. That one was a doozy. We start off with the White Sox, going to Alan White, Drew Thorpe. Roki Sasaki on the debut for the Trolley Dodgers. Max Muncy to 250 for the Athletics, going to Alan White. Cam Smith for the Astros, going to Mikey Koba, rookie on the Magenta to 300. Burkholder to 299 for the Fightin' Phillies. Tyler the Black to 100. Excuse me, that is to 199 for the Brew Crew, going to Keegan Schmitz. Peyton Tolley to 299 for our bodacious Bostonians. Hernandez on the Prizm, not numbered. Into some autographs here, folks, for the Motor City Kitties. Going to the Tigers, Invader Zim, Max Anderson. Kemp Alderman with the Weather, going to Alan White and the Marlins. Balake Walters for the Royals, also going to Alan White. Bennett Lee for the Motor City Kitties, going to Invader Zim. Alex, that one is 98 out of 99. Penultimate on print. Brock Porter for the Texas Rangers, going to Matt King, also known as Mr. Peaks, our brother from Down Under. Tayshaun Walton for the Fightin' Phillies, going to Jim Cause, to 99. Ryan Campos to 41 on the paper die cut, going to the St. Lunatics. That goes to the Todd father, Mr. O'Hara. Junior Caminero on the purple X-Fractor. Tampa Bay Rays, going to Alan White. Rod Carew, numbered to 100 for Minnesota, going to Wyatt Rodenbeck. Seaver King, numbered to 25 on the Preppin' for the Pros Prizm. And that goes to Richard Ortwich. Mark Grace for the Cubbies going to our buddy Jimmy Nuge. Angel Martinez on card going to Yessie Hockey for his crazy Clevelanders. Lars Nootbaar, 275 for the St. Lunatics. That one goes to Todd O'Hara. And Matty Brash on the Giraffe Super Short Print going to Ryan Bruins and my Seattle Mariners. Very, very cool. Ian Happ for the Cubbies. That's another one for Jimmy Nuge. Brooks Lee from Minnesota on the orange debut, numbered to 25, going to Wyatt Rodenbeck. Old school Mark McGuire, numbered to 60 for the Athletics. And last but not least, that Emmanuel Clase, numbered 15 out of 15. Finishing that one off for the Clevelanders, and that's another one for Yessie Hockey. A beautiful, beautiful break to start our week, my dear friends. Colby Dunlop, good morning, legend. It is awesome to see you this morning, my man. How you doing, Colby? And Sean says, sorry about your Seattle Mariners, but I've been a Blue Jay fan since 77, and last night was amazing. I am sure it was, Sean. I'm right there with you, brother. I have been a Seattle Mariners fan for many, many years myself, and that would have been our first time ever. If you remember, my friend, the Toronto Blue Jays have been there before, twice. So it was a very special night for our Mariners as well, and it was tough to watch us lose, especially after we were leading for almost the whole game. So it was a tough one, but congratulations to both teams. They both played a hell of a series, and I'm excited to see how the Blue Jays make out against the Dodgers. Alrighty. Thank you so much, Ray Wells. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you, Mikey Koba. I appreciate you being a good sport, buddy. Thank you as always. Absolutely right, Dutchie. That Mark McGuire number to 60 was incredible. Love those. Hey, that's okay, Colby Dunlop. Nothing but respect. Nothing but love. That was a beautiful game last night. You're absolutely right. And if I can say so, it was an amazing series. Both teams played their asses off. Jason Hawkins, thank you for the beautiful gift, buddy. I appreciate it. Both of our legendary Jasons in the chat over here on TikTok. Thank you, Mr. Frazier and Mr. Hawkins. You are very welcome, Todd Father. Excited to see you this weekend, I hope, my friend. All right, legends. Let's refresh that shop real quick, because I do believe we have some more beautiful family rips. And I need to bust into a brand new spicy water. Allow me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, if you would. Kareem. So much better. All right, all right. I do see we have some juicy family rips up here. Thank you, Ray Wells. Mr. McGarrigle. Thank you so much for being a good sport on that one, my man. Truly appreciate it. Diesel Dan Farguson, my brother from another mother, just rolled up in here. Long time no see, my good man, but thank you so much for smacking that resub button for the 26th month.
Dumbass. This is the coolest thing I have ever seen.
That's the one I was looking for. Thank you so much, Diesel Dan Farguson. Hey, my man, you already know. We always understand when life has to come first, buddy, but we're just always grateful to see you when we can. And thank you so damn much for smacking that resub button. I appreciate you, buddy. Mr. Paul Bailey says, did you change your live time? Nope. We're here at 9:30 every morning, my friend. But I appreciate you asking, Paul Bailey. Good morning, my brother. It is wonderful to see another OG in the family. Good morning, Paulie. Riot Rodenbeck. You know it, brother. We're closing in on burrito time. It's true. It's true. Colby Dunlop says, best series of the playoffs. 2 teams put on an absolute cinema for the fans. I could not agree more, Colby Dunlop. You were absolutely right, my friend. Spot on. Yeah, Mrs. Junkwack says, I was jumping up and down. It's true. I was kind of freaking out last night, especially when we decided to pitch to George Springer. What? What? Come on now. Somebody needs to give Dan Wilson a talking to, because that was not a good choice, in my humble opinion. But like I said, folks, nothing but love, nothing but respect for the Toronto Blue Jays. Heck of a win last night. Alrighty, Miss Melody, thank you for snagging down some break spots. I appreciate you, my dear. Excuse me. And do we have a Trevor Taylor with us here this morning? Shout out to Bubba. Exactly right, Mr. Pizza, really spot on. Yep, correctamundo. I totally agree, Sean. Absolutely right. DJP, that series boosted the baseball ratings. Probably. Yep. Well, gosh dang it. It doesn't look like we have a Trevor Taylor with us this morning, so we're just going to have to rip it. Good luck to Bubba, my fellow Austinite. Some Topps Japan. Good luck. Thank you, Diesel Dan Farguson, moderator extraordinaire, for dropping those links in the chat. I appreciate it, brother. How about a little Nico Horner, sat in a corner, trying to steal some second base. Good morning, Lukey. Excellent to see another moderator extraordinaire this terrific Tuesday morning. Keaton Wynn, Yuri Perez, Jackson Merrill, rookie for San Diego. Kodai Senga on the Strike Zone Heroes. Mookie Betts on the Topps Japan parallel. Shout out to those Trolley Dodgers. Soderstrom, Brian Woo, who did not have a very good game last night. Poor fella. Jack Leiter for the Texas Rangers, and Parker Meadows finishing off that pack for Bubba. There you go, Trevor Taylor. I appreciate you snagging that down from the website, buddy. I hope he goes back and watches the replay. Sleeving that one up for you, Double T. Mrs. Junk Wax, thank you. Housekeeping back here. Shout out to the best CEO this side of the Pecos. Oh, there you go, Jeffro. Okie dokie. Alrighty. I think we're going to move on to Mr. Ray Wells. And Ray snagged down 2 more Panini basketball packs. One 2025 Panini Mrs. Junk Wax, is that a blaster box? Correct. So for some reason on that 2025 Panini Donruss, it comes up with a card instead of the box. Excellent. Thank you, my love. Got it. There you go, Ray Wells. Let's grab a couple of basketball packs and some 2023 Donruss also.
Yeah.
All right. Mr. Wells, are you here and are you ready, my dude? Good morning, Lukey. How was your weekend, my dude? Thank you, Krabby Rob. I agree. There's my man. Thank you, Ray. Let's start with some basketball. See if lightning can't strike twice. Good luck. Thank you, Drew Jones. I agree. Love the positivity this morning, my man. Thank you, Victor Lopez. Platinum XMR says, is your other half into cards? If so, W couple. Well, I appreciate that, my friend. She is. Yes. Shout out to Mrs. Junkwax. She's got a hell of a PC, too. I am peanut butter and jealous of that Travis Swift PC. Especially that PSA 10 Honeycomb. Whew, it's so sweet. All right. Mr. Clarkson for Utah. Shaden Sharp for Rip City. Brandon Ingram. Halliburton. Reggie Jackson. Shout out to Mr. October. Tim Hardaway Jr. Bilal. Kristaps Porzingis. The Rice Sacker, rookie for Atlanta. Shout out to Mr. Saltzgiver. Yoshi. Good morning, my man. Shout out to Mr. 3D Glasses. Victor Wembanyama for our San Antonio Spurs. Keyshawn George. Tim Duncan. Couple of legendary Spurs. Awesome. Juan Emilian Nunez. Hashimura. AJ Mitchell. Dalton Knecht. The name's Dalton. Rest in peace to Patrick Swayze. RJ Barrett. Peyton Watson. Bruce Brown. Russell Westbrook. Cameron Thomas. Kelvin Johnson. Bradley Beal. Malcolm in the Middle. Jabari Smith. Zachary Rice-Sacker, so nice you got him twice on the frequent flyers. Jaden Hardy on those sweet, sweet parallels. Donovan Clingan for Rip City. LeBron James on the Skyview. And Kaysen Wallace for OKC. Shout out to Grandpa Brucey on the Chrome, for lack of a better term. Luke Moyce, my man, he says, morning was great. Also, congrats on the first live eBay show. It was an awesome show. Thank you so much for saying that, Luke Moyce. And I sincerely appreciate you being there, brother. That did not go unnoticed. And you are absolutely right. So my OGs that have been here all morning, I do apologize for the redundancy. But for you folks that are just coming in here, Saturday night, I will be completely transparent with you. I would have been happy if we would have had like 20 to 30 people in there. I thought that was probably going to be our first eBay live turnout. You know what I mean? I was astonished that we had close to 100 people in there pretty much all night. It was absolutely amazing. So I think what we're going to do here, folks, tentatively speaking, is we're going to make Saturday nights for eBay Live because that went exceedingly well. So we're going to keep that going. So this show will not change Tuesday through Friday, just to be very clear. We're still going to do our mornings and evenings, but I think Saturday nights might belong to eBay. We shall see. Yoshi says Tim Duncan used to be a swimmer before he played basketball. That's an awesome piece of information. Thank you, Yoshi. I appreciate that, brother. Good to see you again. All right, we have an Aaron Naismith for Indiana. I could not agree more, Mr. Piccirilli. It's a man, baby. Trey Mann. Kate Cunningham. Jonas Valenciunas, one half of the Jonas Brothers. Speaking of our brother from down under, Josh Giddey. Taylor Hendricks. Keontae George. Cody Williams, back to back, Utah Jazz. Zion Williamson. Iguodaro. Steph Curry. Antonio Reeves. Doncic. Little Luka on the parallel. Dalton Necht, so nice. We have seen him twice. Mr. Horford for Baston. KJ Simpson. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Shout out to Jeff Hansen. His PC. Flash Gordon for Mr. Esposito's Phoenix Suns, but that one goes to the 76ers. Traded. Precious. Kyrie. Rudy Gobert. Derrick Rose. Sadiq Isbay. Middleton for Milwaukee. Zach Collins for right down the road in San Antonio. Nikola Vucevic for those Chicago Bulls on the purple. Oh, thank you, Whitney. I appreciate that, my friend. I know that was a tough one. I was in bed with Mrs. Junkwax last night watching the game, and there was some tears had. Gosh dang it. I won't lie. That was a rough one. Stephon Castle for my San Antonio Spurs on the arriving now. Cody Williams on the Skyview. And Peyton Pritchard, little double P. And we're not talking about Perry the Platypus on the Chrome, for lack of a better term. But that's okay, Whitney. I appreciate the kind words, my friend. We'll get them next year, gosh dang it. You know, I said it earlier in the show, and I will say it again. I am astonished that we even got that far, if I'm being really honest. So you all know that I love me some Julio Rodriguez. I love me some Cal Raleigh. But if you think about it, besides Eugenio Suarez, nobody really produced a whole lot, right? I was looking at those stats last night. You see Hivas and Polanco coming up there. They're like 0-11, 0-12 in the playoffs. Like, we have multiple players that went like 1-12, 1-11. I think one went like 3-12. You're not going to get very far with that kind of record. So they need to learn how to put the bat on the ball. But I am extremely proud of Julio Rodriguez, the big dumper, Eugenio Suarez, and Josh Naylor also did very, very well throughout the series. So unfortunately, you can't have four guys trying to put the whole team on their back. Gosh dang it. But they did very, very well. So nothing but respect to the Toronto Blue Jays. They played a hell of a series. Oh, I know it, Mrs. Zebra. Shout out to Zebra's Cards. I love those folks. So, folks, if you have not followed Zebra's Cards, you damn well should. They put on a great show. Love the family. And it is another very small family business. And I respect the hell out of you guys. I love you. Hope all is well over there in the Zebra household. Please give my love to the fam damly. Big hugs and firm handshakes. Great to see you this morning, Whit. And Mr. Mervin, thank you for smacking that follow button. I appreciate you. Welcome to the family, buddy. There you go, Mervin. That's right. Shout out to Mervins. All right, legends. Mr. Wells, let's get into these last two boxes, buddy. And we're going to do it in chronological order. So we're starting with 2023, and we will end with your 2025. Right back at you, Whit. Excited to see you guys this year in Chicago. Third year's a charm. Misjid 24, Misjid 25, but gosh dang it, 2026 is our year, Whit. It's going down. I'm excited to take a family picture with all of us. I think that'd be pretty sweet and a long time coming. All right, empty box there, Ray Wells. You know, I do my damnedest there, Sean. I do my damnedest, buddy. Exactly right, Ray Wells. That is correct. Pack number 4 to the side because it is a family tradition. There's Brandonio. Good morning, Brandon Franz. Your ears must have been burning this morning, my man. I was giving you some shout-outs when we go through those Utah Jazz, fellas. How was your weekend, Brandon? You know how ours was. You and I both, Whitney. You and I both, my friend. And thank you so much for that beautiful pumpkin. Helping to keep this channel on the rails. One beautiful TikTok gift at a time. Hey, that's okay, Brandon. I was going to say the same thing there, buddy. No sweat. We can link up today. All right, we start off with a Sean Green. Speaking of those talented Toronto Blue Jays, Mr. Buster Posey, Smoltzy, back when he had hair, Austin Wells, Charlie Hustle, Lou Brock, Tom Seaver, Jackson Churio for the Brew Crew. Shout out to Whitney, my Brew Crew brethren over there. Shout out to Bree B and Lolo. Abreu for the Houston Astros on the Purple Hollow. No sweat, Mr. Pine Tar himself, George Brett on the Periwinkle Blue. Damn near color match. My twin, the Bird Murderer, Mr. Randy Johnson on the Cooperstown Rapture Parallel. Hall of Fame legend, Mr. Larry Walker, Rodriguez, Rechefo, Robin Yount, Atreyu Abreu, so nice, we have seen him twice. Ken Griffey Jr. on the 1990 throwback. Pudge Rodriguez, Ricky Tiedemann, Mike Pizza, the strong mustache Kentucky waterfall combo of Mr. Dennis Eckersley, Espino, and that is a career stat line, number 357. Sleeving that one up for you, buddy. Jim Edmonds for the St. Lunatics on the Purple Hollow. Mr. Zach Veen for the Colorado Rockies on the Periwinkle Blue. Big Dave Winfield for the San Diegans on the Purple Hollow. Juan and Emilian Gonzalez on the Rapture Parallel Bomb Squad. Pretty one. Tyler Soderstrom, Seydon Rafaela, Luscious Lamb Chop Lou Brock, Jordan Lawler, and that is a reverse negative parallel. Shout out to Mr. Esposito. Harry Ford, my PC for the Seattle Mariners on that 1990 throwback. The pencil stash of Rafael Palmiero. Speedy Gonzalez, Chief Myers, Francisco, Midnight and Colson Montgomery, Drew Jones. Shout out to Mr. Drew Jones over here on Twitch. J.R. Richie Rich on the Periwinkle Blue. Smoltzy, so nice, you got him twice on the Purple Hollow. Masataka Yoshida, one of my favorite names to say in modern baseball. Purple Hollow rated prospect. The Battery, Mr. Al Kaline on the Rapture, Mr. 3000. Mick Abel for the Fightin' Phillies. Andy Rodriguez, a little E-Rod. Bobby Dorr, Mason Wynn, and that finishes off your base packs. Out of box number 1. When you find the kid, you sleeve the kid. And I also sleeved up that Espino for you there, Ray. That is, for future reference, 90th on print to 357. So if you see, that is called a career stat line parallel. See how that's the 3.7 ERA? That is why it is numbered to 357. All right, let's finish strong here, Ray Wells. And it looks like somebody just snagged down a 24-25 O-Pee-Chee Platinum Hockey Box. Outstanding. Thank you to whoever just hit that shop. And folks, I am going to go ahead and call a last call. If you would like to rip something down from junkwaxvintage.com, now would be a perfect time to do it. Good morning, Larry Steven. Great to see you, buddy. I should say good afternoon now. Thank you, Core Dog. I appreciate that, my friend. Love it so much. All right, Tim Wakefield for the Boston Red Sox of that 1990 throwback. How about the Ken Griffey Jr.? So nice. You got him twice. Beautiful. The Chicken Man, Mr. Wade Boggs for the Bostonians. Dylan Pye, it is great to see you this morning, my good buddy. Big hugs and firm handshakes to you. How about the Nolan Express for the Angels? Jordan Walker. Jason Dominguez, the Martian. Oh, yes, it is, Dylan Pye. I actually just called last call, buddy. So you have perfect timing. Feel free to go hit that shop, Dylan. Elijah Green on the star-rated prospect parallel. If Uncle Moosey keeps sending me sweet, sweet Oreos, you all are going to get to watch my hiney grow. I'll see myself out. How about the man, the myth, the mustache, Mr. Raleigh Fingers? The Martian, Jason Dominguez on the purple hollow. Oh, I got you, Core Dog. It's just a funny statement. That's all, brother. I do not take it as you throwing shade or being rude at all, my friend. Not at all. And you've been here, part of the family, for quite a while, buddy. So you know I pride myself in being unoffendable. We have Tamar Johnson on the Unleashed. The Big Hurt with the big heart, Mr. Frank Thomas. Jeffro, if you're taking off, buddy, please have an absolutely magnificent remainder of your Tuesday. And we'll see you back here tonight, my good man. Thank you for starting the morning the right way, brother. Love you, Jeffro. How about Ken Griffey Jr.? So nice, you got him twice. And that, my friend, is a reverse negative. Check it out, folks. So that is your base, and that is the reverse negative. Pretty cool, right? I love that we got both of those in the same box there for you, Ray Wells. Beautiful, buddy. When you find the kid, you sleeve the kid. Okie dokie. We have a Drew Romo. Robert Hassel. Another Drew. Jones. Dom DiMaggio. Old Man Spawn for Milwaukee. My twin, the Bird Murderer, Mr. Randy Johnson. Evan Cotta. Carlos Beltran. Richie Ashburn for those fighting Phillies, and that one is numbered to 2023. The legend, Mr. Johnny Bench on the Periwinkle Blue. Mr. Sean Green for those talented Toronto Blue Jays, legend on the Purple Hollow. Ichiro on the purple reverse negative. The Wiz, Mr. Ozzie Smith on the Cooperstown Rapture parallel. The Chicken Man, Mr. Wade Boggs. George Valera, Diego Cartaya, and Spokane's finest, rest in peace to Mr. Ryan Sandberg on the Diamond Kings. We have one pack left here, Ray Wells, before we get into your 2025 Don Russ. All right, we have an Edgar Martinez for my Seattle Mariners. Espino, so nice, you got him twice. The legend, Mr. Fred Lynn. Alex Ramirez, Jimmy Rollins, Gavin Williams. The man, the myth, the mustache, Mr. Jack Morris. That is correct, Mrs. Zebra. Yeah, so we moved into a home. So you have been part of this family since the very beginning, Whit. We were in the same apartment for the better part of a decade. The original studio? Yeah. So we were actually able to move into a home here in Austin, Texas. So we do have a brand new studio here and a little bit more space. Mrs. Junkwax has a whole packing station downstairs. It is magnificent. You can actually see there's a TikTok video of us putting together the shipping station that's on our TikTok videos. Mr. Buster Posey, future Hall of Famer for the Gigantes on the Purple Hollow. Kyle Harrison, back-to-back Gigantes on the Periwinkle Blue. There you go. You know it, Jeremy Campbell. Ooh. How about a Rapture Parallel Diamond Marvels, the best third baseman to ever do it, Mr. Robin Yount. Outstanding. Just leaving that one up for you, buddy. Gavin Stone, Duke Snyder, Andy Paye, always eating that Faye. Shout out to Bobby Flay. And Sal and his free licks. Almost back-to-back Brew Crew. Finishing off that box for you, Ray Wells. I love that you get all of my extremely obscure references, Jeremy Campbell. Thank you, brother. Making my morning over here, buddy. Thank you so much, Whitney. I appreciate you saying that. We worked very, very hard to get where we are at. And it's nice to be able to have a little bit of space, you know? We did not move into a mansion or anything, but it is much, much better than the apartment that we were in for 8 years. It's a great change. All right, Mr. Wells. Last box magic, buddy. What's up, Nikolai? Good to see you, my man. Mr. Papuski. How you doing there, buddy? Let's see if we can't find you one of those elusive whammies. Whammy! Dylan Pye, thank you for the beautiful gift over here on TikTok, my dude. Empty box there, Ray. Pack number 4 to the side because it is a family tradition. Mrs. Junk Wax. You rock my face off, honey. Thank you. All right, we're moving on. Good luck. Mrs. Zebra says, hey, hard work pays off. I'm sure Mrs. Junk Wax loves it and how wonderful for the family. You are absolutely right, Whitney. Thank you, my friend. You know how this goes because y'all are doing pretty much the same damn thing. And it's been pretty damn cool watching you all grow as well because you all are killing it over there. Shout out to the Zebras. And Eruption, if my memory serves me correctly. All right, Ray Wells. Good luck, my friend. How about we hold the mayo, old Kobe, Johnny Bench, Alex Rodriguez, Paul Skeens for the Pirates, Willie Wagner, Luscious Lou Gehrig, Classy Blossy for Toronto, Harry Stankonia, Franconia, Holt Keith. We have a rocket emoji parallel Charlie Condon for the Rockies on the rated prospect. The Iron Man, Lil Cal Ripken, Jr. on the optic preview. The Man, the Myth, the Pool Hose on an orange velocity prism for the St. Lunatics. That is not numbered, but it is pretty. Mr. Tom Seaver on the Milestones. Owen Hall for the Motor City Kitties. Kalen Dalen Culpepper, Jairo Iriarte. Jim Leland, Carlos Beltran, Pedro Martinez. Ventura. I heard animals in there, Ventura. I'm sorry, Mr. Chickadance. I thought you were somebody else. Keep him away from Holy Noly. Pedroia for the Bo Sox. Drew Jones. Dylan Cruz, rookie for the Nationals. Wayno, who was commentating. Cool to see him in the booth on the red and blue. Thomas Sagisi on the optic. Absolutely right, Whitney. I could not agree more, my friend. You are spot on. Hold the Mayo, so nice. We have gotten him twice on the black disco prism, not numbered, but beautiful. Jersey Kings, Vance Honeycutt. And that is a damn near color match for Uncle Moosey's Baltimore Orioles. Pretty. Diamond Marvels, Aiden Miller, stud prospect for the Fighting Phillies. Noble Meyer for Bienvenidos a Miami. Ethan Salas for San Diego. Pablo Honey, shout out to Radiohead. Nick York. Miguel Tejeda. Pudge Rodriguez. Prince Fielder, looking thicker than a couple of Snickers. Shout out to the Milwaukeeans. Ozzie Smith. Nolan Ryan. Good thing there was a few cards between him and Robin Ventura, eh? He'd get his butt kicked again. Mr. Craig Biggio. Jordan Lawler. Rocket emoji. One half of the Brothers Young for the Motor City Kitties. Oh. Numbered to 49 for the Houston Astros on the purple laser. Craig Biggio. Cavin's daddy. Sleeving and top loading that one up for you, Ray. That is a brand new 55-point Junk Wax Vintage top loader there for you, buddy. Outstanding. Mr. Johnny Mize on the optic preview. Thank you, Mr. Piccirilli. Braylon Dalen Payne, another Brew Crew on the black disco prism. We have a Bryce Rayner for the Motor City Kitties and Balake Burke for Milwaukee. Finishing that one off for you. Got a little Brewers box here, buddy. A lot of Brewers in here. Shout out to Whitney. And Bree B and Lolo. Nikolai says, Biggio's helmet had so much pine tar that George Brett was going to be jealous, right? Shout Shout out to Mr. Pine Tar himself. Yes, it is, Miss Whitney. Correct. Kathy says, hey, big guy, sorry for your loss last night, but my Blue Jays are going to win it all. We shall see, my friend. It's good to see you, Kathy. Welcome back, my friend. Long time no see. All right, we have a Bobby Witt Jr., Doc Gooden. Shout out to Brandonio. Jake Arrieta. One half of the Brothers Young. Ian Kinsler. Austin Wells with that magnificent mustache. Thank you so much, Jason Saltzgiver. You're not wrong. Evan Cotta. Jim Catt. Pee Wee Reese. Couple of legends. Big Ben Hess for the pinstripes on the rocket emoji foil. Optic Preview, The Big Hurt. Frank Thomas. Johnny Bench on another black disco prism for WKRP. Funky Cold Molina on the Elite Series for the St. Lunatics. Loma Vita. Midnight in Colson Montgomery. Luis Angel Acuna. Edgar Martinez for my Seattle Mariners. Cliff Lee for the Fightin' Phillies. Lil Chipper Jones. Shout out to Larry. Mr. Jim Rice. Jacob Wilson for the Athletics. Shout out to Dutchie. There you go. I love it so much. F. Cow Rally over here on TikTok. Kumar Rocker. Mr. Ryan Braun for Milwaukee. Funky Cold Musina. The very first one of one that I ever pulled was this fella right here. Shout out to our Axeman, Mr. Tim Hudson, on the red and blue. Back-to-back red and blue with PJ Morlando. Connor Norby, back-to-back Marlins on the Optic Preview. Roman Anthony, rated prospect on the Optic for the Bostonians. Arjun Nimala, cricket star turned baseballer. And Brandon Sproat for the Mets. Finishing off the base packs there, buddy. Kathy, we have been very well. Thank you for asking, my friend. Obviously, the loss last night was a tough one. So if you're not aware, the Seattle Mariners have never been to a World Series. Ever. So that was the farthest that we have ever gone in the history of our club. So that was a very, very big evening last night for my Seattle Mariners. But congratulations to those talented Toronto Blue Jays. What a game last night. You're absolutely right there, user 97556360463. Correct. All right.
One down, one to go.
Last pack magic for you, Ray Wells. Good luck, my friend. And good morning, Holden Guthrie. Excellent to see you, my man. Yeah, it was. Not a fun night last night, but that's okay. They'll be back next year. It was a wonderful series. And Julio and the Big Dumper played extremely well. So very happy and very proud of my Julio. We got a little catfish. John Smoltzy, Jack Leiter, Wayno, Andrew Walters, Tim Hudson. So nice. We have seen him twice. Big Poppy, David Ortiz. Pops, Willie Stargell, Darren Baker, Andrew Walters, Bucky Dent, legend for the Pinstripes on the Optic Preview, Billy Amick for Minnesota on the Orange Velocity Prism rated prospect, A-Rod for the Texas Rangers on the Bomb Squad, Ryan Waldschmidt for the Diamondbacks, and last but not least for my Seattle Mariners, Ryan Sloan. Finishing that one off. There you go, Ray Wells. An absolutely beautiful rip for you, buddy. The best third baseman to ever do it, Mr. Robin Yount on that Rapture Diamond Marvels. Good afternoon, Reese Lightning. Absolutely right, Kathy Wallace. I appreciate the positivity, my friend. Thank you so, so much. To 49, Craig Biggio. To 357 on the Espino. And that reverse negative, Ken Griffey Jr. Nothing to shake a stick at. So there you go, my man. Excuse me. These will all be in your next JWV package, Ray Wells. And all thanks go to you, my friend. Wonderful morning. Thanks to you, good sir. All right, legends. And top of the afternoon to you, Reese Lightning. How you doing there, buddy? Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Hope you had a wonderful weekend there, Reese. All right, my homies. Excuse me. Let's refresh that shop for possibly the last time on this terrific Tuesday morning. And we have Diesel Dan Farguson taking down a 24-25 O-Pee-Chee hockey pack. single hobby pack there for you. Thank you very much, Diesel Dan. We will bust into that in just a moment. Mr. Rob Richardson, the family pharmacist, taking down the Gigantes in the other half of our case break. So, folks, this is where we're sitting on that other half of that case break. If you remember, this is a full case break of 2024 Panini Prospects, but we're splitting it into two because there's 20 boxes. So we're doing 10 each, and this is the second half, and I do not believe we saw a case hit in the first half. So this second half is going to be a doozy. Excuse me. Let's lock in some Rob Richardson on the Gigantes. Thank you to the family pharmacist. Giants off the board. Thank you again, Rob Richardson. Excuse me. There's Trevor Taylor. Good to see you this morning, my man. How is my fellow Austinite? I am so sorry, Trevor Taylor. I gave you a shout out first thing this morning. And then I waited a couple hours. And then I did go ahead and rip that pack for you there, Bubba. So you are more than welcome to watch the replay, my friend, but it is wonderful to see you this morning. How are you, Double T? Your ears must have been burning because Cody Super Grover was in here this morning, and we were talking about you. All good stuff, of course. You and I both, Jason Saltzgiver. You and I both, buddy. Excuse me. Yikes. Okie dokie. Got you locked in there, Rob Richardson. Next is Mr. Alan White, taking down several spots out of our 11th round of Topps Series 1 Celebration. Thank you so much, Alan. Mrs. Junkwax has got you locked in. So, ladies and gentlemen, this might be our last rip of this terrific Tuesday. Oh, Bubba says, amazing. I meant to get that on the eBay show, and I didn't realize it's separate. Roger that, my man. Well, I appreciate that, Bubba. Thank you, buddy. And good afternoon. Good afternoon, Meanie Brad Greeny. It is great to see you this morning. You had some son of a gun. I should say good afternoon now. It has been 3 hours and 38 minutes of quality family time this morning. I cannot thank each and every one of you enough for starting the week the right way. It has been an incredible morning. Thanks to each and every one of you. Diesel Dan Farguson says, did you get my spot number 12 on the football box? So Mrs. Junkwax is locking in the break spots this morning. But Diesel Dan, yeah, she's got you covered, brother. Yep. Thank you for asking there, Diesel Dan. All right, and Diesel Dan, this is your pack here, buddy. Shout out to one of the oldest of OGs of the entire family. Good luck, Diesel Dan. This is our very first hobby pack out of our hobby box of O-Pee-Chee hockey. So we broke down a hobby box so you can all buy single packs. And we start off with, up there in the Chicago area, Taylor Hall, Connor Dewar, Matt Savoy for the Sabres, Mika Zibanejad for the Rangers. Oh, hell yeah. Those are fun. Little Brady Tkachuk on the playing card. Nice. Just leaving that one up for you, buddy. Pyotr Kochetkov. Shout out to Dylan Pye over here on the TikTok. There you go, buddy. Logan Morrison for my Seattle Kraken. Eric Goodbranson for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Noel Acciari for the Penguins, and Chris Letang, back-to-back Penguins. Shout out to Trevor Taylor, our fellow Penguin fanatic in the house. Ghost Sign Unlimited, welcome back, my friend. Great to see you again. Happy Tuesday. Well, Diesel Dan Farguson, that was an awesome first pack out of that hobby box. Oh, Mrs. Zebra, making the switch to Twitch.
This is the coolest thing I have ever seen.
Glad to see you over here, Miss Whitney. Can we get that warm Junk Wax Vintage welcome to Mrs. Zebra? Thank you for making the switch to Twitch, my friend. Excuse me. And Bubba says, would be cool to collect the whole subset and have like a deck of cards. You're absolutely right. I'm with you, buddy. All right. Well, Diesel Dan Farguson, my man, thank you as always for snagging those down from junkwaxvintage.com and giving us some eye candy this morning, my friend. And there is plenty more where that came from. We have an entire hobby box up there. I think there's like 35 packs left, possibly. Stoked to see if we pull an autograph out of that box. Hey, there you go, Diesel Dan Farguson. That is a wonderful way to start our Tuesday, buddy. Have a magnificent remainder of your day, and I hope to see you back here tonight at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Same junk time, same junk channel. Thank you as always, Dan. All right, my dear friends, my family, I'm going to refresh that shop one more time. Do we have a Tomas here with us this morning, my Norwegian brother? Excuse me. If Thomas is here, we have one more family rip. If Thomas is not here, then we will rip that tonight. And do we have Caleb Davies with us this morning by chance also? We will see. User 975-563-360-463. I like it. Well, gosh dang it. One more shout out to Thomas. One more shout out to Caleb Davies. Oh, gotcha. User 975-563-60463. Johnny Solo, good morning, my man. And Trevor Taylor, I cannot thank you enough for those beautiful TikTok gifts over here, buddy. Oh, they changed your name? TikTok changed your name. Interesting. Can't say I've ever seen that before, my friend. Yikes. Oh, Mr. Canucks, welcome back to my Canadian cousin. How you doing there, buddy? They have changed your name 3 weeks in a row? That's crazy, man. I can't say I've ever seen TikTok change somebody's username. Wow. Well, I am really sorry that that's happened for you, brother. That must be frustrating. That's almost unbelievable. That's crazy. Have you tried writing a TikTok and asking them why they're changing your username? That's crazy, brother. Well, it's wonderful to see you this morning. Hope you're doing well. Big hugs and firm handshakes to you, my man. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Bubba, my fellow Austinite over here, just smacked Miss Whitney with that free 1-month subscription.
This is the coolest thing I have ever seen.
Bubba, you were hit me in the feels over here, my brother, and I cannot thank you enough, you big sweetie. Miss Whitney, welcome back to the family officially. I'm just kidding. You never left. We love having you over here, Miss Whitney. Shout out to the zebras. And thank you again, Bubba. That is your 46th gifted sub in the family, my man, and I truly appreciate it. Thank you, Trevor Taylor. Love you, brother. All right, legends. It looks like we are all set. So, as always, thank you so damn much for starting the morning the right way. It has been about 15 minutes shy of 4 hours this morning. That is an absolutely terrific way to start our Tuesday. So I hope you all enjoy your outro jingle. And I'm going to make some new ones, I think, starting this week. So might want to tune into those before shows and after shows. Mr. Krabby Rob, it is great to see you over here on Twitch, buddy. Catching me on my way out. Hi and bye. Mr. Peacher, really? Oh, you know it, brother. So as always, folks, we will be back here tonight. Same junk time, same junk channel, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we get to do it all over again, my dear friends. Keep in mind, we're getting closer and closer on that half case break. I would love to bust into that one tonight. That would be magnificent. We also have some brand new products going up there in the shop today. If you haven't noticed already, please feel free to go take a gander up there at junkwaxvintage.com. And as always, until I see you tonight, please do me a favor today, my dear friends. Please be good to yourselves when you're using that inner monologue, because we always do. Do your best today, my friends, to try to say nice things to yourself. Try to be your own best cheerleader today. Try to say things that pump yourself up instead of pushing yourself down, right? I struggle with that personally. I got leftover army stuff up here in my brain. So always remember, my friends, that your thoughts over time, eventually they become your actions, right? Your actions over time become your lifestyle. And your lifestyle becomes everything. So at the end of the day, folks, it is vital to keep up here as positive as humanly possible. So please be good to yourselves. Secondly, please be good to the people around you. Practice the heck out of that golden rule. And I know what you're going to say, but Uncle Junkwax, those other human beings out there, Sometimes they suck. And sometimes it's really hard to pay forward that golden rule, to treat people how you want to be treated. Hey, I get it. Unfortunately, my friends, our world, and especially this card hobby that we love so much, at times can be chock full of a-holes. I've seen it. I know you've seen it too, especially on some of those Facebook groups, yeah? Unfortunately, my friends, we can't really do anything about that, right? All we can do is focus on the things that we have control of. So no matter how difficult those other human beings make it, try to pay forward that golden rule no matter what. You know, try to put some sunshine out there into the world. You never know what people are going through in life. So everybody's got their own struggles. Everybody's got stuff that they're going through. Try to treat people accordingly. Try to give people a little bit of slack today. And I hope they give you some slack as well. So please be good to yourselves. Please be good to the people around you, no matter how difficult those other human beings might make it. And lastly, please practice that attitude of gratitude. That is my wish for you today, folks. Personally, I think it is impossible to have a horrible day if you live in gratitude. So always remember, folks, there is hundreds of thousands, if not millions of human beings out there right this second that are having a truly hard time. People that do not have a roof over their head, people that do not have a vehicle, people that do not have support, they do not have family, they do not have children. If they do have children, sometimes their children have horrible diseases. If you have a car that runs, if you have a roof over your head, if you've got family that loves you and trusts you, if you've got children that are healthy, if you've got a job, if you've got a card community that cares about you and loves you, if you've got a hobby that you love, if you have any of those things that I just mentioned, you absolutely have a short list of things to be grateful for today. And now I totally understand that on some days that list is longer than others, right? But there's always something. So today my wish for you folks is you find what's on your list. And I hope you let it motivate you throughout this entire terrific Tuesday and this entire wonderful week that we're about to embark on. So, Victor Lopez, have a wonderful remainder of your day. Mr. Saltzgiver, we'll see you tonight, buddy. The Todd Father, sounds wonderful. I will look forward to that. Bubba, thank you for the beautiful TikTok gifts over here, buddy. Shout out to Mr. Dylan Pye, Mrs. Zebra, Jason Hawkins, Jason Frazier, Chris Diaz, Rashid Ward, one half of the Farley brothers, Mr. Paul Willis, Invader Zim, Mr. Yurchich, Rashid Ward, Grandpa Brucey, Sarge, Mr. Bryant, Joshua, Gabby. Thank you all for the beautiful TikTok gifts this morning. Huge shout out to Jason Frazier, Todd O'Hara, Mr. Saltzgiver, and Scott. Thanks for hanging in this morning, legends. Mrs. Zebra, you made my morning, my friend. It is always wonderful to see you, Whitney. One half of the Super Stroopers. Have a wonderful day, my brother. We'll see you and Greg hopefully later. Mr. Peacharelli, thank you as always, David, my fellow Texan. Shout out to my Prince Edward Island pal, Mr. Krabby Rob. I hope you and Adeline have a terrific Tuesday. And enjoy your outro jingle, legends. And for some reason, our outro jingle is not working over here on the Twitch. So I'm going to try my best to get it to pop up here, folks. But if it does not, somebody please let me know in the chat, and I'll just shut Twitch down so you don't have to sit through 2.5 minutes of silence. I appreciate you letting me know, and I will work on that throughout the day today. We've got our audio about 95% dialed in, gosh dang it. But I know my TikTokers are hearing the outro jingle. So thanks for bearing with me on that one, my dear friends. Big hugs. Firm handshakes all around. Much love and respect. We'll see you later tonight at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Smoochies. Such a dork. Love you.
We ripped through the breaks, and the family rips too. The legend showed up, and we shared it with you. Dalen led the way with style, and we pulled some heat that made us all smile. Mrs. Junkawack sealed the deal behind the scenes. Sawyer jumped in, working hard with the team. Mikey wants building something new, we'll soon see at JW.
Did we miss Baywatch?
You know that I'm the cream of the crop.
When I was tasting you, brother, I found you to be not so bad at all.
And I'm inviting you to come see me and to get it straightened out all in one night, yeah.
Oh, my.
After I beat you and satisfy all the Hulkamaniacs, I'm gonna get off by cranking your knob.
Oh, wow.
Unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Come on, Craig. Easy now, fuzzy little man Peach.
I've been arrogant, and I apologize.
I am humble in general.
Oh, my God. I've got the style and profile like never before. Let me go on record as telling the whole world to be the man. You gotta beat the man. And I'm saying, I got that Ric Flair. Woo! I got that Ric Flair.
Come on, Craig.
Giggity, giggity. Giggity, giggity, giggity.
All right. There you go, legends. Thank you so much for hanging in here till the very, very end. My dear, dear friends, make it a terrific Tuesday. I know you will. Thank you for almost 90,000 likes over here on TikTok this morning. Damn.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of screen beating. Thank you all again, and I am chomping at the bit to be right back here with you tonight. Same junk time, same junk channel, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you again, my dear friends. Bye-bye.
Giggity, giggity.